Dean, I did something super boneheaded the other day.
I'm not surprised, but go on and tell me.
Thank you. And I want to know if you guys have done anything like this. So
Probably
I
not.
got a
but-
well, okay. I got a bunch of Marvel Legends over the holiday break, right? And I've been opening them, enjoying them. And the thing with Marvel Legends, they have all these parts, all these pieces. What are you looking at? You're distracting me.
Me? Oh, I'm getting my camera hub because I was like fucking looked like a ghost.
I was like, what am I doing? Anyways, and I was like, okay, so like I got this zombie Iron Man. I love this thing. And I was like, let me get out my other Iron Man, like, kind of, just enjoying what I've accumulated. And I was like, man, my office is a mess. I need to clean up all this garbage. And I threw away like the fists for my Iron Man.
Wow.
And fortunately, I got a second one,
Oh, no.
so it's not a big deal. But I felt so stupid. I was like, man, first off, I blame Hasbro because that frustration-free, plastic-free packaging. The way I normally do is I open a figure and I'll keep all the accessories in the little clamshell until I take them out and then put them in like a tin or like, like a little container with all these little perforations in it. But since it's all just kind of in like paper bags, it's just, I guess I just totally didn't see them. And I'm wondering, have you guys ever done anything that you just like, you either broke something that you shouldn't have, threw something away? Like, give me some some things that you guys have had collecting.
Yeah,
I'm
so
curious.
I had gotten the Black Series General Grievous, and he comes with like a blaster and then like all his lightsabers. But I left everything in the clamshell, and I just had Grievous on my shelf. And I had put the clamshell, like, it's somewhere where, like, I remembered it was, but it was kind of just, like, whatever. Like, I don't really set it. He doesn't hold the lightsabers too well, so I just left it. Well, like, my mom had, like, come over that day, and, nothing's ever clean enough for your mother, so she starts, like, throwing shit away. And
When that happens.
so she leaves, and I'm kind of like just going about my day. And I walk past to where I remember I put the clamshell, and I was like, "What? Where is it?" And I'm like looking around for it because I know I put it here, and I'm like, she threw it away. So I called her, and I was like, "Did you throw this away?" She's like, "Oh, I don't know. I just threw everything away that was over there." So I had to like go digging through my trash bag, and I found it. She had thrown it away, but I did recover it.
What about you,
So
John?
I still have them somewhere.
He was stupid mistakes dusting.
Oh, God, yes.
Yeah, you don't even want
Especially
it.
with statues. Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
Just a whole weak magnet, you're dusting, boom, the whole arm falls on the ground.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was very sad.
That's an expensive mistake.
Well, you just learn not to dust.
That
Don't
is
dust.
true.
Or keep the piece in the box.
There you go.
No, but you'll learn quickly to be very careful, especially with the statues. But I have had it with Hot Toys too, cleaning out the closet. Boom, I had a box fall right on my bat pod, split it in half.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's killer.
It was a
That
travesty.
sucks.
That's when you just get a second one and then send it back to, hey, I opened it, it's broken.
Pretty much.
Don't do that. Don't. That was in jest. Don't do that.
No. I had to get another one, but it was heartbreaking.
Great,
sorry,
guys. Fuck.
Jeez, wow. It was great
No,
knowing
Marco
everybody.
was gonna
Yeah,
go.
great episode too.
Jesus Christ. First episode
Nothing
here
here to
with little
nothing
rusty
here to
boys.
say.
Little rusty boys.
I feel like my only rookie mistake was when I was actually a new collector. I got the DX12 Joker, and I got rid of the shipper box. And I know that seems like it's not really
Oh
that
my
big of
God.
a deal,
Gee,
but that
John is-
Can we keep him on the panel? Like, I don't
but
know.
like that box for the DX12 is so nice. It's like a tomb for him with foam inserts and all the stuff. And over the years, it's gotten so badly beaten on the corners. Like even if I wanted to sell it, there's no chance.
Hold on a second. You threw out the shipper, the
The
brown shipper, or the art
brown.
box?
No,
Oh,
not
okay,
the art
thank
box.
God. Okay.
The brown shipper. But
Okay.
Shauna almost had me convinced to throw out the Deadpool art box when I opened that figure, which was only my second figure at the time. Thankfully, I said no.
No.
Yeah.
Like Fergie says, no.
Yeah.
Lane says with the $2 super chat, "Hey all awesome CW crew to the panel in the chat." We'll check in with the chat here in a
What's going
second,
on,
Marco.
Lane?
What do we got there?
Yeah, so in terms of throwing stuff away, not quite, but I have broken a fair amount of things. Like one of the more embarrassing ones was on that Gambit, the Cajun car dealer. Everyone was like, "Be careful with the wrist pegs, heat it up, dunk it in warm water." I was stubborn and I was like, "Nah, I don't think so." And it's attached to the actual arm, so when you break that peg, like you're done. There's no replacement. And so busted that bad boy. And then I like to use no stands, and so a lot of the times they'll take a tumble, but one of them I left on like an open shelf, and it happened to be Hawkeye. I was just thinking of this the other day, and it took a pretty big tumble. So
Just like the real
yeah.
Hawkeye.
Exactly.
Wow.
That's what came to mind.
Oh,
So
I'm
he's
sorry.
doing better. He's doing better.
better.
all right?
Come on, he didn't die. Jeez. Jesus Christ, can't make a joke on this panel at all.
Are you an angel?
What?
An angel. I heard the deep space pilots talk about them. They're the most beautiful creatures in the universe.
Hello there. We are tonight's entertainment.
We would be honored if you would join us.
He's got a billion toys.
You brought in the doll collection. These are not dolls, Jim. These are commodities. Same as gold or oil.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
You are now listening to the Collecting Weekly podcast.
This is the true form of floor gang right here. Very nice. YouTube.com/collectingweekly. Thank you very much. That's very cool. Big.
Hey guys, my name is Zach.
I'm Dean.
I'm John.
I'm Marco.
And I'm Ben.
Welcome to this week's episode of Collecting Weekly. It's a weekly podcast where my friends and I talk about the things that matter the most to us this week in collecting.
That's right.
Jesus. Tonight's show is unsullied by sponsorship, at least for a little bit. We have a great show planned for you guys tonight. We are going to be talking the Inart Joker as our discussion of the week, and we have a ton of hot toys that were released, some great new pre-orders. Let's check in with the chat. We got Toy Mafia, Two Country, David Jones, Mr. Mom Collectibles. What's going on, everyone? Happy New Year. Michael Mann, Dante's Boneyard. What's up, everyone? Eric S. here. Filthy Yoda, Ninja Squirrel, Caffeinated Comic Fan, Happy New Year. Erwin says, here we go, first main show of the year 2023 equals CW3K, baby, let's go. Lane, yeah, Jumbo for that. Lane says, hey, all the Collecting Weekly chat. Thomas in the chat as well. Talia Meyer, hello and Happy New Year to all. Vintage Rebellion, Alid says, anyone else surprised there's been no Andor figures yet? Absolutely. Alvin J.
That's weird.
Fat Batman's Collecting Nightmare. What's up, everyone? Equan says, I've thrown away a head sculpt by accident before, only like $100 mistake.
Wow.
That's a toughie.
Sucks, dude.
It's okay if it was a hot toy one, you'll get a reissue.
Aurelius Delgado,
My
Happy
dog
New
ate
Year,
head sculpt
everyone.
once.
Lane Kramer. Alid says, same Zach, I threw away the web hands of my comic Iron Spider-Man. Yeah, that was a bummer. Michael Mann, I have a bucket of fists, gun blast effects, helmets, etc. It's a nightmare. That was the problem. I had like 5 Iron Man worth of hands, and I just assumed it was on the desk, so I just threw away that trash without caring. Lynn Kramer, 51 watching, 10 likes. Everyone smash that like button. Cram says, I bought a statue that had a custom box because seller didn't have the original box, and I left one of the pieces in the box and threw it away. King Ding, John Ortiz, Pablo Meza. Love how long this list is. Yomo, DJ, Figorian, McCoy Culture. How's it going, everyone? Let's see who else we got here. Ben, the Hot Toys Nightmare.
You said my name extremely unenthused. I'm not happy about that.
Okay, well,
There's a reason.
Ben's
You
here.
said you were.
Forget.
well,
hate to say
well,
it.
you know why I said that, because I came on early because you said you wanted to troubleshoot, and then you were the last one here. That's why.
I was not the last
Dantes.
one here. I was waiting in the. I was waiting in the wings.
Okay, you fucking guy. Is my band's YouTube. This is the only YouTube login I have. What's up, buddy?
Go check
Fad
out Dante's
Gadget.
Boneyard.
Philip the Fool. What's up, fellas? Hope y'all doing well. What's up, Philip? We gotta get
Hey,
together
what up,
soon.
dude?
Again, let's see. Ninja Squirrel. Figure Focus. Can't sleep. Still on Canada time. Love that.
The best time in the world.
Love
What a
it. Well,
sweetheart.
what a sweetheart.
dude, so many mistakes are popping into my head now that other people are saying things.
Same.
Well, please, by all means.
One time, I had like gone to HEB for something, and I got like $5 in change, and I put it in my bag. And I got home, and I had to like, I was in a rush. I had to like ship something out. I sold something to someone, and I used all those bags as like, so the thing wouldn't move around too much. And I was like, I just sent this motherfucker $5. So I sent them a message. I was like, hey, don't check every bag because I accidentally sent you $5. You're more than welcome to it. I was so pissed though. I was so mad.
For a fella like you, I bet that hurt.
For us, you know,
Wow, that
for
seems racial.
that kind of fella.
That seemed a little racial.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
What?
Too
Wait, hang
far,
on,
guys. Too
what
far.
does that? What the?
Cool it with the anti-Semitic remarks.
I meant a budget-conscious guy. That was all. That was all.
That well.
I
Okay,
did-
you
what
fucking
else
guy.
did I did something so stupid. Oh my god. It'll come to me. I'll have to think of it.
Yeah, I felt so. I was like, God damn it! Like, and the thing that upset me the most is like, I'm never gonna use these hands, right? It's like it's almost like the principle. Like now I gotta buy. I feel like I almost need to buy a third one. And part of me feels incomplete, and I don't like the way it makes me feel.
Yeah, but then the third one's gonna be incomplete.
Well, then I just sell like just the figure. Like it bothers it. It really fucks with me. I don't know. But then I was like, well, if I'm gonna do that already, like I kind of wanted to mod the repulsor hands because they don't have a joint to be like zombie hands. So then I started cutting these up, and now it's just.
This isn't a therapy session, all right, Zach? Get over
Okay,
it.
this,
It'll be okay, Zach.
How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? You know what this is, though, John.
This is my show. I do what the hell I want on my show.
Anyways,
I knew that was coming
There-
from a
it's
mile
like a
away. Before
therapy
John was
session
even
over
done
here.
talking, I was like, that clip is looking.
that was in the chamber. Dean, we do have a very special segment that I guess is now second on the show past figure therapy that we start off all the best shows with.
Yeah, you guys ready?
Yes.
It's new this week.
Yeah. That one's for Big Bretta. What'd you get new this week? I showed this to you, Zach, last week, but I finally got the collector's edition Modern Sonic. It's like a bigger scale. It's articulated. It's technically 6 scale because Sonic's only like 3 feet tall. So if you put this in a 6 scale display, it would actually work. So very cool. He's awesome. I love Sonic. I've been on a Sonic figure kick if you guys have been paying attention to my new this week every week.
We have. I have a figure of yours that has yet to be picked up.
I know. I'm going to see you on Friday, I think, right?
Well, we haven't set the date. I mean, like me and Steven are planning this barbecue by ourselves. I'm cooking, I'm cleaning,
tell
I'm
me when to
planning.
show it, Bob.
Barbecue. Isn't it cold over there?
And then I got
it's
these for
hot
my
today,
birthday, which is on Thursday, everyone.
You hear that, boys?
Happy early
Dean's-
birthday,
I'm
Dean.
gonna put that on my calendar. I'm terrible with birthdays.
My sister got me the official Elden Ring art books, volume 1 and 2.
Sick.
Fucking gorgeous. They're not hardbacks. I thought they were. It didn't say on AmiAmi's website, which they were. But I could not find these to save my life. I saw a couple sets sell for like $150 on Mercari. But these were $30 on sale at AmiAmi. And they are fucking thick. That's what she said.
I didn't know you could read.
Well, thankfully it's just pictures.
I was gonna say it's pictures.
So I don't have to worry about reading anything, dude.
There you go.
These books are fucking gorgeous. And I love Elden Ring, Game of the Year, 2021 or 2. So I'm super happy to have these
That's
in
awesome,
my
buddy.
collection. They're fucking awesome. They're heavy as shit, dude. Forgot how much paper weighs.
Jesus Christ. Is that all you
But
got? Dean?
yeah, that was my news.
You didn't just say that, did he?
This may sound like a ridiculous question, Dean, but if you find an image in there that you absolutely love, would you like X-Acto knife it out and frame it, or
Oh,
would you
100% no.
No, you leave it. I was
look
curious.
for it
I was,
online.
it might
Most
sound like another
Canadian
question.
thing I've ever heard.
Hey, don't put that on us.
Do
internet
you
does
cut up your
exist.
books and hang it on the wall?
We're
You
not
know?
all perfect.
Okay.
If you're gonna make a ransom note, would you cut out the letters individually from magazines?
Jesus.
That's the most racial thing of 2023.
What did you get, John?
No, a racial.
Wow. Don't do it. Don't do it, Dean. Don't do it, Dean.
It's okay, we don't have a sponsor
such
now.
A fucked up joke, dude.
Type it in the private chat, please.
Oh, this guy has nice thumbs. This here is thanks to the sweetest angel here, Zach. Started off, I was talking to him a little bit about kicking off the Avatar line. I wanted to pick them up for my son, and Zach was kind enough to surprise me and sent me Sully, Jake
Hell
Sully.
yeah, dude.
It's such a beautiful figure too. It really is.
It really is. And the crazy part, I don't know about the Hot Toys. Maybe it does as well. But if you put this under a black light,
Yeah.
the tribal markings, they'll glow. It's crazy.
Yeah, he's staying nicely safe in the box for now. I put him up in his room. Absolutely love it. I appreciate you, buddy.
Absolutely, bro. I had to kick off Martin on the right step. So Dante, it's not that there's any disagreements with 1/6 corner. We're just, we don't work for free, right? You got to dot the I's, you got to cross the T's, you got to pay the piper, and we're still working on. Yeah, we're still working on continuing the. Yeah, I just saw what you wrote. Or Dean.
There's problems upstairs there.
Yeah, yeah, they're great people. We just, we're gonna hopefully work with them in the future. But at the moment, we are unsullied by sponsorship, and John got Jake Sully, so there's that. Ben, what did you get?
Yeah, so I was pretty excited. I've been working off of a 2010 MacBook Pro that was all cracked on the screen for the last year of streaming with you guys. And I've been working hard, and I finally saved up enough money to go out and get an iMac. So that's what I'm streaming on today. I've had some kinks over the last couple of days trying to work with new technology. That's why I asked Zach to help me today, because, of course, Auxfather,
He was
right?
late.
I wasn't. I was not. I was in the back wing. I was waiting.
He made me watch his whole stream, and then,
I did say you should watch the Star Trek stream, and then forgot to tell you.
Neglected to mention that wasn't the stream that had the audio issues. I was like, bro, you sound great. What are you talking
Getting my
about?
view count up. Star Trek, it's good.
How dare
It
you?
needs the
You're
help.
probably going to
But-
see 45 extra watch minutes on that video.
Oh my god, that's the dislike that I got, right? So, but this is the newest iMac. It's beautiful. It's got like this. I showed the back because I love the color of the blue on it. It's really, really cool. So, and it's the fastest computer I've ever dealt with. It was definitely worth the money. So, we'll see. But it's going to help me do a little bit more streaming. Previously, I was setting up like cardboard boxes on a glass table on an IKEA table to hold all my stuff. Now I've got like the boom arm and the setup. So
That's still my setup. I got to join you in the in 2023.
it was pretty ghetto. I tried to find the picture of it. I just couldn't. I must have cut it up and hung it on the wall because I couldn't find it. So
that was a great joke. A fun fact, I really was going to have us joke that we got Toys Wonderland as a sponsor, but after this week it was
That's
too
not a joke. Yeah,
that was too soon. We'd lose 300 subscribers in a minute.
And our dignity.
Ben, you got some cool stuff also.
I did. So I went and saw Avatar: Way of Water with a buddy 2 weeks ago now, and every time I go and see a new film, especially if Sean is not there, if there's a figure associated with that film, I will 100% buy it. And Natiri, of course, did not disappoint. So I got her, and then I went to Walmart after the film, after I'd sent you guys this picture, and got the Jake Sully to go along with her, which is cool. So, and then Back to the Future, the Doc Brown, I told you guys I was kind of waiting on that. It just hadn't come in before the last time we all streamed together. So I've now had him in the collection a couple weeks. To be honest, I mean, despite some of the criticism on that figure, I am absolutely loving it. He looks so good in the collection. And one of the figures I think that holds the most accessories of like almost any of my characters, which is kind of cool. So he holds the whole kitchen sink in his tool belt. So yeah, really cool.
He's got the most cardboard too. Yeah. Congrats, Ben.
Thanks, buddy.
It's a good haul. Nothing like getting a new computer. It puts a little kink in the whole setup. The other day when I got that new camera, it totally messed up everything I had. But yeah, it's nice to get new tech. It is definitely nice.
100%.
And you got a huge new this week.
Yeah, it was well, because I got promoted at work this year, so Sean and I tried to treat ourselves a little bit extra this year, but very fortunate, and she got me this as my Christmas present. So, and it was cool because I had told her that Henry Cavill had been essentially eliminated from the running to be Superman, and I was like, now I have to get a Superman in my collection. I don't have one yet, and I was looking at the the secondary market, and that prices for him were just climbing and climbing. And I said to her, I'm like, I'm screwed now. Like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to afford this 2-pack like any day now. Little did I know she had already gone out based on my list earlier in the week and bought it for me. So she was pretty excited. She was pretty excited to like essentially get me to unbox it, right? Because she even went into the comic store, and the lady was going to open the box, like break the seal and everything to show her the figure. And she was like, whoa, like, if you do that, he won't accept it. Like, he won't take it. Unlike the lesson I learned when she took my Deadpool to the warehouse the one time and unboxed it entirely in the warehouse before I got it. So she's learned the lesson, which is awesome. But this is an amazing gift from her for Christmas, for sure. So
she's a sweet gal. Marco, you had somehow more things.
This is a crazy picture, by the way, buddy.
Yeah,
this is
so
awesome.
so thank you to my new sponsor, Toys Wonderland. Yeah, it was a really good. That's right. It was a really good few weeks here. So, yeah, things are just kind of pouring in at this point. It's kind of a bit scary. Luckily, it seems like the Joker and the DeLorean are still a ways off, so I'm not going to get buried in that. But yeah, I picked up the Batman and Robin. Have yet to unbox them, but really looking forward to checking those out in hand, because all the pictures that I've seen, they look gorgeous. So really enthused to add those. And then also this Chrome Clone Trooper, which was obviously the exclusive for Star Wars Celebration. Had that one on a payment plan, finally finished paying that off. And also got some Jordans for Miles Morales, and this was a pickup on eBay. And then the Back to the Future 4K UHD Blu-ray set, one that I really wanted to add, and I think it was down to $20. I was like, at $20, I got to add it. So yeah, pretty solid week for me, or a couple of weeks at this point.
Dude, that's a haul. I need to get those Jordans. I haven't pulled the trigger. I know I want Miles, and I'm gonna get Miles.
Yeah.
I need to pull the trigger on those.
And they're $20 too. They were out of stock for so long. They came back into stock. I was like, okay, I gotta just get them now, even though I don't have my Miles in hand yet. Hopefully, I'll meet up with Cuervo here in the very near future to pick it up. But yeah, I'd say just pull the trigger while they're in stock.
GD's not happy. Absolutely not happy.
No, she ain't.
I thought you were gonna be, seeing one dead Latino right here.
Oh my God! What a great clip!
I added that clip just for you, Marco.
Amazing, bro.
New year, new clips. You'll love to see it.
Well, she said no. He didn't listen. What do you want?
That's right.
I was watching. It's from 44 Minutes, that North Hollywood shootout movie, and as soon as I saw that, I was like, dude, I gotta screen record this. Anyways, so I picked up the Hot Toys Magneto, or Mysterio, Jesus, from Manny the Man Gonzalez, and I've always said that I did not want to support it at retail. If I picked it up somewhere down the line in the secondary market, I would, morally for me that was okay. And Manny gave me such a good deal on it that it was hard to pass up. And it's a cool figure.
It must have been.
It was.
Yeah, because...
That's why I picked it up.
It was weird, because you and I had a deal lined up weeks ago.
Wow, sketch.
Wow, wait, what?
Made me take a bunch of pictures of the figure, boxed it up for you.
But you asked me if I wanted it for sure, and I said, I don't know.
No, you did, and then you backed out before we went to go see Lane, and then...
You love to see when friendships end live.
You're like, are you in a rush to sell it? I was like, no, it's fine, dude. Like, that's cool. And then... Manny posts this like 3 weeks later, and then the next thing I know, it's a picture in front of your monitor. I was like,
well, to be fair,
Dean, he gave a better deal, Dean. He gave a better deal.
I mean,
I haven't paid for it yet, though, to be honest. This is on a friend-to-friend understanding that Manny has.
I mean, he should understand that you told me first. So.
Wow.
It's just weird. That's all. I'm just pointing it out. I was like, wait a minute. What the hell?
Awkward.
Look at him.
Boy,
Dude,
this
that's
got
he
awkward.
fucked up, dude.
I didn't fuck up. I literally, when we talked in the car, I said, I don't know. I think I'm gonna hold off for
I was
now.
like, you're like, no, I definitely want it. I was like, okay,
No,
well,
ain't
it's
no
fine.
way.
Yeah, but were you
I'm
given
gonna
the
start
same deal,
recording-
Dean?
I'm gonna start recording our
Yeah, in
car
fact, I'm taking a
conversations.
hit.
Okay, but did you? If you didn't give the same deal as,
I literally said.
hold on.
I literally
if
said.
you didn't give the same deal as Manny, all bets are off.
I guess I don't know what you mean.
I'm confused too.
Didn't hold on? Maybe I'm confused. Did you? I feel like the Spider-Man image where everyone's pointing at each other.
It wasn't a Mysterio figure that he was going to.
Oh, okay.
That's
okay.
totally
Yeah, this is
different.
totally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see,
I thought it was the
it's
same
not apples
figure.
to apples. What you're
Oh,
saying.
so
And
what
I
was he gonna
literally-
buy off you?
The Mr. Musashi figure, and I literally told
Cheaper.
I would have said, "Fuck
Complete
you."
in box.
You made the right decision, Zach. You made the right decision.
I literally told you when we were in the car. I said, I think I'm going to hold off for now. And then I said, well, are you trying to sell it quickly or not? Maybe in the future.
That's not what he said.
Wait, Mr. Musashi is the guy from Taekwondo.
He's a swordsman.
Oh, I thought it was the guy from Karate
Now
Kid.
you're making me feel bad, Dean. Now you're making me feel bad. Now I feel terrible. I'm so embarrassed.
You should have bought it instead of these
Should
damn
feel
Pokemon cards.
I know. I had this great segment I was talking about, but now I don't even want to talk about it
Don't
anymore.
even talk about
so
Pokemon
we can
here.
Judge you harder.
Perfect.
Wow, how dare you?
These are cool. I do.
First of
enjoy
all,
good-
why does Mysterio's neck look like a giraffe? Maybe that's karma.
It may not have it pushed down all the way. It looks fine. But, so, this year, I really want to collect things that are truly collectible. And I feel like...
So you bought Pokemon cards.
Oh, these are super collectible. These won't get reissued.
Oh,
I'd
wow.
rather spend $100 on this than
Well,
on
they're not
Hot
first
Toys.
edition, so they definitely got reissued.
Well, that is true, but that's part of a larger print run. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
I would
You know what?
pass it.
We're
Yeah.
moving on. We're moving on. Ladies and gentlemen,
Got
Dean
him.
Martin's last show.
My heart hurts.
He's out of
for
here.
him.
He's out of here. I was so excited to share this story with you guys.
It's save it for next show.
my heart
It's-
hurts.
Yeah, I'm done.
First of all,
I'm
you
done.
can't even
Quit the
share
show.
Mysterio. He's not even paid for yet.
Here we go. I quit the show. I hate every single one of you guys.
Oh.
Anyways,
Poor Ben, he didn't do anything.
Right?
he showed up
Yeah,
late to
well-
my checks.
Hey,
Hot Toys travel to the beautiful world of Pandora with our 1/6 scale figures in stunning detail, inspired by the highly acclaimed film Avatar: The Way of Water. I gotta say, Marco, you always say you gotta own the messaging, and I feel like this is such a janky.
Whack as hell. This looks worse
Like-
than the McFarlanes.
It really does.
What?
Like, I don't.
That
It's
wasn't
not-
me saying the McFarlanes look bad. It just doesn't look impressive. Doesn't look like a Hot
This
Toys.
figure doesn't look impressive.
It's not even in focus.
No,
I
you
can't
guys
even
are
see the
great.
figure.
I mean,
It's a
I shine
teaser.
black
It's not
light
the
on it.
freaking.
It's a teaser, but I mean, tease
Okay.
it a little better.
Hold on a second. Has anyone had the original Avatar Jake Sully in hand?
No,
Okay.
but it looks fucking dope.
I've seen it in person, but I haven't like.
I guess that means I
handled
can't
the
talk
figure.
about it.
I actually
No,
saw it
you
on,
can't
I
talk
saw
about
it,
it.
I saw it,
Jesus Christ! If you know, you know.
I saw it on Facebook Marketplace today, though. It's the first time I've
How
ever
much?
seen an Avatar.
300, I think. I think I saw it too. Yeah. Oh, he didn't have the box or some shit. I think I
have the
saw that one.
box.
Yeah. Beautiful. Like, I think they're gonna kill this. That figure, I still.
have no doubt.
I have no doubt that they're gonna kill it, but my complaint is, boy,
not exciting?
Really, it is exciting, but like, can you give us a better photo?
Well,
Like, just a little bit.
I think it's a
really
teaser,
blurry.
and just the fact you see the Banshee, and if that's going to be a potential release, holy man!
No, but
I would
we're
rather
trying to
a
be fair. Go
teaser.
ahead.
I would rather a teaser be like, you know, like Hot Toys, like they'll put. They've done it a
back
few
of
times
Sam
where
Jackson's
they won't.
head.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they won't show the figure, but it'll be like mostly the background with like a little bit of the figure, and that's their teaser. Like with Shazam, they didn't show the head, but they showed the body.
Yeah,
or Poe Dameron. Obviously, that's not the best example because neither of those were released. But they tend to tease figures
gonna
like
say.
that. This is a weird teaser of Hot Toys. That like I don't think I've ever seen a teaser like this where they're showing you the figure, but almost like not in focus or like blurring
Not
it
in
out.
its best light. Yeah, and to be fair, like we are hard on Inart when they're not putting their best foot forward, and this is definitely not the best way to show this figure off. looking
can't
like an
even-
early 2000s Photoshop.
Yes, Erwin, that is correct. I unboxed
I
them.
can't even imagine how big the Banshee would be because the McFarlane one is I mean, it's literally like 30 inches wingspan.
Unless maybe the Banshee
Yeah.
will be part of the base, where it's not the full Banshee.
Oh yeah, that could be.
That'd be kind of
idea.
lame, but I mean,
Yeah, especially because, well, have you seen the movie, John?
No, I haven't seen the second one
I don't want to spoil.
yet. Don't please, because I'm excited for it.
They're freaking huge though, and I mean even the
Yeah.
avatars in comparison to a normal human are massive. So that Banshee would be
Yeah.
crazy.
So are
Way
these
too big,
proper
yeah.
6 scale?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, we don't.
the
we don't
figure
know.
is the figure is.
The
I don't
hashtag
know
is
about the
6
Banshee, I
scale,
guess,
but
but-
we don't know.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't know. Sometimes they're like, their scale changes from scene to scene. Because sometimes people like barely come up to their waist or just a little above it, and then other times they're like only like a couple heads taller. So it's like I don't know really how big are these fucking things supposed to be.
Yeah, well, it's pretty
16
big.
feet tall. They're huge.
It's almost like an average. I don't want to say an average quarter, but it's pretty. It's big.
Okay, that's cool.
It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be. I personally think that because from the first film they gave us Jake and never gave us Natiri, so it would have been cool if they kind of did Natiri to kick off the line. To be
she's who
honest,
I'd want to add, honestly.
To be
over
honest.
She's
Jake.
the one I'd want to.
Yeah, she
So
kicks ass.
it would have been cool if they did Natiri now, because again the first one was they didn't dive deep into the line. I guess I don't know if it sold very well or whatnot, but this is gonna be nice.
I don't love the arm joints though. If it comes with arm joints, I'm
Really?
not. I understand the
Why?
purpose for them. I just it breaks the immersion for me. It really does. Even like and I get it. You'd have to leave it in a museum pose if it had the seamless body, but I think it would look more like, or I should say, it would look less like the McFarlane offering.
So
I have to say, Ben. Go ahead, Zach, and I'll say.
no, please, Marco, go ahead.
I was going to say, I think I've turned the corner a bit on the jointed arms. I agree. It doesn't look great when it's down, but after getting that scorpion, right? And those joints look horrendous. The fact that you could really pose him dynamically with the gun, I think you could hide it pretty easily, especially because it's blue. I think it would look great in the display, but I feel what you're saying. I still want them to give us both options. Give us seamless and give us jointed at the same time.
That's true. No,
I
that's
think
fair.
that's exactly where it needs to be. I mean, we've seen, Ahsoka, the new one's not a new figure, right? That's like 6-7 months less than.
Yeah.
Right? We've already seen numerous
August.
of those. Yeah, where the endoskeleton is bursting through the arm, right? And
That looks
you know,
nasty. That looks. Real
I mean,
bad.
you don't. These are figures that one. They're not. I mean, this franchise has 2 films over like 12 years, so there's supposedly the next one's supposed to be much sooner, but this isn't like a stormtrooper type figure, like something that you're going to get a lot of Jake Sullys. You might only get this one, in theory. And so for me, a character like, I haven't seen the new movie, but in the first one, I mean, he's a fairly dynamic character. I think you need to go, like, obviously having both would be ideal, but if I had to choose one, I'd like to be able to pose him holding the rifle or in some sort of pose and not have to worry about it, rather than just straight up and down all the time or risk, the endoskeleton bursting through.
I also think. Do you think they'd be able to do the body art on a seamless body material? I think it'd be a lot more
It'd be
difficult.
really janky.
Yeah, because there's companies that
That's a good
do like gang figures or like where they have like tattoos or whatever on seamless body, and I've heard that those aren't that durable. I want to say, I won't put words in the mouth, but I think Will Foxification had one of his Last of Us figures that had a tattoo on the forearm, and I think it came off, or it was one of those Last of Us figures that had like a tattoo on like a like a silicone type body, and those didn't do particularly well. Yeah, I think for me, like long term, I think this is a character you want to be able to display. For me personally, I think jointed's the way to go. Perfect world to get both.
You got to see the new movie, buddy. You have to see it.
I need to see it. I was going to see it this weekend, but then Draft House is showing The Fellowship Extended, so that was what I was going to go see this weekend.
It's well, we're not gonna review the movie, but yeah, if you're gonna give me joints, I'm kind of disappointed they're single joints. I know double jointed would be even more unsightly.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you can't get that classic rifle holding position, like up high. Even like shouldering it, you're not going to... I don't think you could get decent enough poses with just single jointed arms. So I would have almost liked to see more joints, which sounds odd, but
so would Ben.
That's right.
Moving forward,
Wow.
Mantis, the
prefer
Guardians
all
of the
the
Galaxy
joints.
Holiday Special. I think this looks great. I enjoyed the holiday special. I thought it was a nice little treat.
it was cute.
I have the typical Hot Toys concern in which there is an ensemble cast and they don't make the cast.
Yeah.
And I think the main cast for this isn't that big, right? I would say give me a Drax.
Drax
That's
and
all I
Kevin
need.
Bacon.
And Kevin Bacon. Kevin Bacon's kind of like
Kevin-
a moonshot. Would be hilarious, but I would love that. But the thing is, they're probably not going to do a Drax. They did the first one. I don't think they ever did a second one, and this is a prime opportunity for them to give us another Drax, but I don't think they're going to do it.
I think this is just an easy way to get Mantis out.
Yep. 100%.
It's not really a holiday special
Exactly.
Mantis. It's
Yeah, you
just
could take off
Mantis
all
with
that stuff.
accessories.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you
Good way
could
to look
put
at
her
it.
into how many different shelves? Guardians
So many.
2, Endgame, Infinity War, whatever. So, yeah, it's just an excuse to put a Mantis out.
I
in my
think they
opinion.
had her ready, and this Christmas special came out, and they said, "Oh, let's throw
quick
these accessories."
add.
Boom, perfect timing.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
Like that ribbon skirt, that probably just fucking slots in. It's not
Magnets on or something.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can take this stuff off pretty easily. But what a great plus for this figure that would have been pretty boring otherwise. The
Yeah.
fact that they can give you a holiday theme, it makes it a lot more intriguing for me, I know, and a lot of other collectors.
I think Hot Toys should stick with this holiday theme because they can start their own almost little elf on the shelf concept with people, especially with kids and stuff, getting them involved in the holiday season. I think this is a very good idea. And I think they should do more. If they were smart, I think they'd do the line. Where they drop the ball is I'm going to wait. I won't even have... I got to wait till another 2 Christmases before I can have fun with this.
Yeah, it's a little too far.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is January 2024.
Yeah, I don't think I said the price. $264 January to June 24.
Stupidity, in my opinion. The fact that this came out so late, this should have been ready to... This would have been a perfect one to be ready to just go out the door.
Release.
Yeah.
Definitely.
100%. Tremble Dust asks
Yeah, thanks.
about Mantis arms if they're locked in a bent position. I had that same concern, but on the very far right,
They're
where she's turned around,
articulated.
they are down. So
They're down.
But in every picture, her arms literally are in the 90 degrees.
Really bent. I think this is the first time I've seen a figure that has interlocking hands.
That
which
is cool.
Pretty cool. That's just definitely a difference. I pre-ordered this as soon as I saw her. Honestly,
Wow.
because I loved the holiday special. I thought she was badass in it. I don't want to give any details away in case the chat hasn't seen it, but definitely worth the watch. She was really fun, though. She was, I think, probably my favorite part next to Kevin Bacon. So I immediately started looking to see if Hot Toys had released her because I thought maybe it was before my time. Couldn't find anything, obviously. Saw that it had been teased at one point. And then this came out, it came out for pre-order anyways, about like a week after I saw it. And I was just like 100%. It's locked in. I'm going to get it paid off nice and early, and it'll just come at some point in June of 2024, and I'll be happy in the middle of the summer.
I give you props to be able to do that.
I you know what? I was like, it's been this weird situation, right? Because for the longest time we were on the no pre-order train. And then I've missed on a couple figures recently because I was waiting and I've missed them. And now I'm on a couple wait lists that, I mean, they may or may not convert. It's hard to know. But I wanted this character enough in the collection as a Christmas display, but also just a Mantis. I thought she was badass. That I was like, price is okay. I'll just get it locked in. Screw it.
Yeah, she's great to complete the display. That's for sure.
For sure. And just as I said, Christmas. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to pull her out.
Ben, let me ask you this: if they made a Drax, would you order the Drax as well?
I actually wouldn't. Not if it was from the
Wow.
holiday special.
Okay.
I'd be curious if they're going to do it from the new Guardians 3 film. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Drax there, potentially. Because it
Yeah.
looks like they've got the more comic-style outfits in that film. Kind of representative of the comic film. And it means clearly that Dave Bautista has to do less body makeup. But it also might mean that it's easier to fill out a suit with his body type, I'm thinking, without having a seamless body. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw it for Guardians 3.
Well, I would be shocked if they. I think business wise for them, it would be smart to do a Drax from the film. I haven't watched it yet, but from what I hear, he's clothed the entire time.
Yeah, exactly.
So they don't have to innovate or they don't have to. They really don't have to do the body, the tattoos on the body, which is where I think they struggle.
I think they should do it though, even if it's not visible. Personally.
Well, they should, but
I think it would be like pretty lazy, to be honest, if they didn't.
No, but you know what? Then we've got a Cable situation all over again, or the Darth Maul, where it kind of looks like shit once you take off the shirt anyway. So I'd rather
too
not.
Bulky otherwise.
Yeah.
But I mean, the Hellboy body that they used would have been, I think, an amazing body like type for him. A little chunky maybe around the waist, but really like hefty. And he had scarring on him and stuff that looked really good. I'd be curious to know if anybody out in the chat has that Hellboy figure, how well that's lasted though, because again, those were seamless arms as well and stuff like that, right? So be cool. Good to know.
Yeah. Is this a pickup for you, Marco?
I'm highly debating, but this is one that I'm definitely sitting on, like, because Mantis is pretty low in terms of my priorities for a character. So yeah, I only have, I think Star-Lord is the only Guardians figure that I have.
Yeah,
so
Star-Lord's so bad.
Yeah, dude, this Star-Lord from Endgame goes for incredibly cheap, right? So I just, I don't want to start down this line, but I love the Christmas theme. And like John was saying, I hope they do more of this because it really is a great way to have some dynamic display options.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. So speaking of dynamic display options, Mace Windu 279 releasing January to June 2024. Basically everything we're talking about today is January to June. I think the outfit looks damn near perfect. I enjoy the fact that collectors can finally get one. I think for the longest time there was a third-party option, which wasn't bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. And I've seen that one, command quite the price on the secondary market. So the fact that we were able to get a Hot Toys one at, I think, a fairly reasonable price at $279, I think is great. You do get the Clone Wars style gauntlets and hands. I think that's great. I think where you kind of lose me just a skosh, just a bit, is in the portrait. I don't love it. I think that Samuel L. Jackson's forehead is just different than what we see, and like the eyes, the spacing, like just like that triangle between the eyes and the forehead just looks off to me. And
Zach, do you think it suffers from the gray quality that we talk about often? Because to me, it's looking pretty great.
Yes, I do. I've always said that in general, Hot Toys is very gray in the flesh tone, and especially when they do African American characters or dark complected people, that they tend to be even more gray. And I think that does suffer for it. But honestly, Marco mentioned something to me about this portrait, and I can't unsee it, and I'll let Marco get to it when it's his turn, because it has sullied this portrait for me. But I think the price is good. I think the portrait does need work. And the thing that concerns me is a lot of people, even in our group, were like, oh, well, this is the prototype, so it should be fixed when it's released. But you never want to bank on that, right? Especially with pre-order stuff. Like, don't, until I personally, if I was going to buy this, I wouldn't put money down until it was fixed. That's how I feel. I'd probably miss out on it because, typically they don't update us that much. You'd probably just see it on the release. But yeah, for me, this would be a pass. But I think overall, I think they've made a good figure here at a pretty decent price, and just the portrait's just a bit off.
Yeah. Marco, are you going to talk about from here to here?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Just who he resembles.
Okay, so yesterday we were on the Bargain Bin Bros stream with Marco, and somebody pointed out that the area between the bottom of the nose and the start of the upper lip, he's got this huge divot there on the Hot Toy sculpt. But if you look at the picture of him on the left, it's not like prevalent at all, damn near. I think if that was eliminated, this sculpt would be 100% okay. But to me, that upper lip nose area ruins the sculpt. And I believe it was Pete posted a picture of a sculpt I think it's of Nick Fury.
Nick Fury.
That he altered into Mace Windu, and that it doesn't have that area of the lip, and it looks really good. So I think I don't remember who pointed that out on your stream, Marco, but I was like,
I think
holy
it was
shit.
Trevor,
1/6
shooter.
Okay, 1/6.
He also he described the head sculpt as bulbous, which was another really good term. I was like, it's just really large.
That's the word that I wanted to use,
It
but
goes
it felt
out with his ears.
Yeah,
it looks like fucking Megaminds, dude. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Jesus Christ. This man's got telepathy.
Yeah, so
he does. He's a Jedi.
Shooter nailed it. As soon as I read his comment, I was like, holy fuck, I think he's right. And then I went and looked at Pete's thing. Yeah, I'm not putting any money down. I'm with Zach, but I understand the argument that if you don't, you might miss out. So do what you think is right.
I wonder, like, who approves it on the Hot Toys end, though. You know, is it Howard Chan? Is it like, does he have a team of people that go like, yeah, this looks good, this is good enough? The reason I say that, like, we've been waiting for a Mace Windu for so long. He's been teased for so long. This is one of those figures that you would expect that if given the opportunity to make him, they would make him as good as humanly possible, if not as good as computer possible, right? Somebody mentioned the other day to me that they were like, well, maybe he's not good because he doesn't have hair to kind of sculpt in his face. And sometimes a hairstyle can make somebody look a little bit more like the actor. But, I mean, look at the Tamora Morrison, right? Like, that is a shrink-ray, bald man head sculpt. It looks insane. How can they get that one so perfect? And then this one, not necessarily.
Because I'll tell you why when you're done, sorry.
No worries.
I got passionate for a second.
No, that's cool. That's okay. No joke though. I was in bed the other night when I saw this, and I turned the black light off really quickly and went to the chat because I figured, you know, clearly that the community is going to be pretty excited, right? And almost nobody was. I was surprised. I still thought it looked like Sam Jackson laying in the dark.
Jeez. Yeah, I agree. The first glimpse.
Just stop, Ben.
My first glimpse.
Jesus Christ.
My first glimpse was that I thought it looked like Sam Jackson. The more I look at it and the more I compare it to his real life photo, yeah, it detracts from that for sure. But I think that would happen with like 85% of my collection.
That's the problem. Is when you look at it first glance, I think people were excited to just get the announcement because he's been such an anticipated release. And Hot Toys knows that. Hot Toys knows that very well. Just looking at it, yeah, sure, it's nice, cool. But when you pull up the stills from the film, it's not where it needs to be when you have a company like Inart up your ass. Pardon my French.
Yeah. That's true too.
Right? Because it's not like we're paying... It's not like the prices of these are going down, right? The prices are going up. But what's happening with the portraits? Where's the consistency upon releases? You brought up Boba. That was a beautiful portrait. Mm-hmm. The shrink ray. You bring up, what else did they do? We brought up on the weekend that Batman portrait. Mm-hmm. Another prime example of competition. Clearly there's competition there. So Hot Toys is bringing their A game, mm-hmm. and they went in so quickly, such a quick response. Well, here's the tweaks that we're doing, and they did a good job there. Why aren't they putting that same love here? Maybe they don't need to. Where are you going to go get a mace? Where else are you going to go get a mace?
Yeah, it's a problem. Third party, one that's not particularly good.
Now, I give it time. It's still early. I'm sure they can make tweaks. But another good example is Doc Brown. Oh, you hear it on almost every channel. Oh, I think I even said it. Oh, the likeness. Nope. That portrait's ridiculous. But I'm not canceling my pre-order. So Howard sits back in his recliner is like, look at these idiots talking. The likeness is not there, but you're still ordering it. So that's not how you you get these companies to induce change. It's just going to be a repetitive circle. Now everybody gets worried with this FOMO of things going to wait list. So they get even. Some people don't even want to wait. I hear people saying you should wait. You should pre-order it and wait to see if they fix it. No.
Never do that.
What you have to do now, and I had mentioned this on Marco's stream. It was a great conversation. What you have to do now is concentrate on yourself as a collector. Don't listen to streamers. Don't listen. We're here for feedback and opinions. But you have to look at the type of collector you are, your financial situation, and say, hey, am I okay with this likeness? Is this likeness good enough to have in my collection? Or do I want to wait and try to push for a better product? That's the two questions you need to ask yourself. It's very simple.
Dante's
Dante,
sorry.
Dante says, John, just when you start to like Hot Toys again with the Avatar, they take it right back to the typical Hot Toys half-assery. Marco, I do have these photos here that you sent. So this is
from Trevor right here.
This is from 1/6 Shooter, Trevor, great guy. This is the screenshot with the portrait, and then this is the photoshopped. And Dean, I think you've got it. I think Trevor and Dean. It blows my mind how that simple.
It's really bad. He's fat. He should
yeah,
join the No Neck crew.
Wow.
And by the way, and I saw Samuel L.
Of
Jackson.
the outfit.
I saw Samuel L. Jackson. He was doing he showed up on your flipping New York celebration for the ball drop with those two guys, Anderson Cooper. He showed up with his wife.
Lemon.
No, it wasn't Don Lemon. It was Anderson Cooper and the other guy. I forgot his name.
Anderson Cooper's wife?
No, Anderson Cooper and the other guy host the New Year's celebration. Samuel L. Jackson and his wife appeared just through video chat. And he looks good for his age. Like the left photo, the guy ages well. But damn, that right photo, that ain't him. That's not him.
He looks very squat. It's like they took his head and just like not the X and the Y, the X and Y, just the Z. Just.
I don't think the outfit helps, because look on the right, like the cloak sits so low on the shoulders, and then the actual tunic rests down below his neckline. But in the Hot Toys, it's obviously bunched up because it doesn't scale that well. Does that make sense? What I'm saying?
I would not put a penny towards this until it's announced. Fixed.
People in the chat seem to have faith and think they'll fix it.
Don't bank on it though.
And that's where
don't consistently address problems though, right? Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
Sometimes they'll be shit, sometimes they'll be good. And that's why I said you need to think to yourself, okay, if they leave it like this, are you satisfied? Is this an okay representation? Because when they did that shot of him jumping in the air, that side shot, it looked pretty good from that angle. It looked really good. But when we're getting it face forward, it's not there, guys. I don't care. You can it's not there. Let's talk the facts. You need to decide now. Do you want to wait or?
Yeah, Mace Windu to me isn't such an important character like say Anakin or Obi-Wan, that if it's not perfect, I don't personally mind, but I also wouldn't go out of my way to buy this because it's not good. Does that
I think
make
that's
sense?
the thing, though. He's such a borderline character. For me, it's one that I was particularly
it's gotta
excited
blow me
for.
away
Yeah, it
to
should.
spend the
This is
money.
where they should put a lot of effort, because it can go from like, I don't need him, to damn, it looks so good, I have to have him. Right?
Exactly. Thank you. You put it into way better words. Thank you.
That's the category that he should ultimately fall in, and I do hope that they update it. But for me, I kind of have to speak with my wallet, just like we're all saying. I cannot put a pre-order in, and it's unfortunate because I was so excited when this was announced. I pulled up the pictures and I was like, "That's not Samuel L." Zach was saying,
Samuel
it looks like
J.
it looks like UFC great Anderson Silva. Like it does not look like Samuel L. Jackson in any way to me. And now I just like see Anderson Silva every time I look here. So it's unfortunate, and I want to bank on Hot Toys improving, especially now that they're trying to condition us, or them and Sideshow are trying to condition us to pre-order before we see updates. There you go, right there. To me, this is Anderson Silva.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah. So. But I just cannot put my money towards this until we see an improvement. So hopefully Hot Toys does give us an update before this thing goes on pre-order, or on waitlist, and we'll find out here very soon whether those waitlist items are for real or not.
But why? Okay, you guys heard. Like, I'm slowly getting back into Hot Toys, right? I'm enjoying. I've sat down and I thought I don't want to exit the 1/6 game, but I also sit back and I think to myself, why should I, as a collector, be hoping I'm paying $300 for this? Why should I be sitting in a chair hoping and worrying whether they're going to fix it or not?
It's an expensive gamble.
Right? It's they're king in the market, right? Why is a company king that's making collectors sit on the sidelines and say, hey, well, are they going to fix it? Are they going to give us the product that we deserve? Or, right? Especially when they have, and of course, Inart's nowhere close to being.
Well, they have their own competitors making those changes and informing us in, as soon as they know, right?
Like,
with the staff, they made that post rather than us waiting for it to be released.
Yeah, and I don't
Aragorn,
like, and I don't want to necessarily compare Inart to Hot Toys, because I think, although Inart is doing a phenomenal job, I think they're very far apart. But it's an example as to Hot Toys has been in this game for so long. That's the level of product we should be getting. It's not like Hot Toys is marketing themselves like Sideshow is in the statue world. Sideshow markets themselves as, an affordable product. You're going to get a good product, but it's going to be affordable for the collector. And they do that in different ways with edition sizes, large edition sizes, and so forth. With Hot Toys, the prices keep going up. The prices keep going up, but the quality is not matching the price. And that's the problem, because we keep buying.
Trimble Dust says they aren't making you do anything. Buy if you want, don't buy if you don't. They make their money either way unless there's a huge outcry. I think that's a good point, though. But at the same time, when you say consistency, John, that's what really resonated with me, because I even think about the Peacemaker, for example. When we first saw Peacemaker, in my opinion, it didn't look anything like John Cena. It looked like a dude in cosplay. And there was a pretty decent outcry. But I guess the question would be, is like, where's the trigger point, though, for Hot Toys, right? How bad of an outcry do you have to have before the trigger point tips you into what now is an amazing-looking figure?
Yeah, but
amazing.
It's interesting because there's times like with the BVS Batman, when they first showed it, everyone was joking, oh, this is Fat Man, like, this looks terrible. They fixed it fairly quickly. There's been, obviously with Inart, we were able to create a ruckus that caused that change with the Tony Stank, aka the Stuart Little portrait. There was a significant outcry. So I don't love this idea, like, buy it if you do, don't buy it if you don't, because at the end of the day,
nothing gets done.
I think nothing gets done, right? Like, you could say Hot Toys is going to make their money, but there has been a factual difference that has been made from the community speaking up, not just influencers, but just everyday collectors speaking up, and I think it's important never to forget that, because
it's got to be respectful.
Hey,
we're here. It has to be respectful. I completely agree. We're here to talk about this stuff, right? The idea of, well, if you're not happy with it, don't pre-order it. Well, then I'm here. Like I always say, I'm speaking in my opinion, and I'm speaking for people that don't necessarily want to come on YouTube and express their opinion, but you should always express your opinion so that you can induce some sort of change. We're not being rude. We just want to get the best product to the market. And I feel like that's how Hot Toys wants to market themselves, is trying to get, they're king, allegedly king, everybody says. But how can you have a company that's king and that's putting out product like this and not listening and being vocal with collectors?
The other part of that for me is similar to what I say about Exo 6, though, right? Like, I'm pretty critical of Exo 6. But part of that reason is because I'm rooting for them to succeed. I want them to give me the Star Trek figures that I'm looking forward to. I don't want collectors to just take it or leave it, because if enough people do, I wouldn't want to see Hot Toys ever sink to the point where we then don't get figures that we're looking forward to in the future. Because we haven't had a chance, because we haven't spoken up to say, hey, this isn't good enough.
Exactly.
You got to do better.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I also don't think it's necessarily a great feeling to feel like we have to fight for it all the time. Like you said it yourself, John, like this is still supposed to be a level of premium hobby. Why should we have to fight to make them work harder or better? Like that also doesn't sit well either. So, but I want them to succeed. So that's why we come on every week. That's why we try to give them these criticisms.
Because you love
so that
unboxing
they'll
them
improve.
too. It's fun. It's
fun.
It's enjoyable. It is
I've
enjoyable.
made friends. Like there's so much good that's come from the hobby. It's hard.
The problem is, I just want to say something quick because I know I'm ranting on this. You can't set a precedent and then retract it. You know, Inart did that. Inart came full into the community, boom, 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 chat, every stream, marketed themselves, everyone got excited, and then kind of retracted at the end. And I think they took a hit for that. But I feel like Hot Toys did the same. They set a precedent. When they put out that Pattinson Batman, right? And people were clamoring, and then they saw the competition from Inart, and they immediately went out into the public eye and said, "Hey, look!" They tweaked it. All of a sudden, they have English marketing now. Everybody was saying, "Well, they don't do interviews and stuff like that just because of the communication barrier." They put out a video. They were kind of doing what Inart was doing a bit, but then. Now, because there's no competition with these figures, what are they doing? Retracting that? Why is that not progressing forward?
Mm-hmm.
That
John,
should be progressing forward.
That's not fair though, because we spoke with John from Inart about 3.5 weeks ago. He's gonna talk to Viper and let us know when the Joker's releasing. So it's not completely.
What are you
fair.
talking about?
It's a joke because
Oh,
it's
it's a
already
joke.
released, and
No, don't even.
waiting on him.
Oh yeah, exactly. We're still waiting for him.
Still waiting 2 months for
God
the
knows where he
Gandalf
is.
update.
That's great. Like, and that's my point. That kind of setting that precedent and retracting it, that's where it'll hurt you in the end. So I hope these guys wake up for 2023.
Let's move on here. The Super Battle Droid. This one I don't love the price. $238, just $41 less than Mace. January to June 2024. The only accessory that this comes with is a severed arm that I guess you just pop it off at the elbow, and it is battle damaged. And it's tough, right? Because it's not like they have blasters, right? Because they're attached at the arms, and I don't know that the hands, they're probably articulated, so you don't really want to swap those hands out. The only thing I can think of, they've done it with the Mark III Iron Man, where they had like a separate waist part. If they would have given us an extra left arm with the blaster and an extra ab part, so that you could maybe convert this to the Mandalorian Super Battle Droid, which was a slightly different design. It had 2 arm guns instead of 1, and the waist was a bit different. I don't know if that would fully make it kosher, but this seems pretty bare bones to me. You know, this is like a $180 to $220 figure. I think $238. I think that's too much. Especially when you're getting a likeness of Samuel L. Jackson, one of the highest paid actors in the world, and a ton of hands and different armor bits. I don't like this price. This should have been, $200, $205, $210. But outside of that, I think the weathering is really well done. It seems to be fairly articulated. But this doesn't seem particularly exciting to me. And I struggle to really think of how they could make this have more value other than those swap out parts. Because I don't think you see them that often in the movies. Definitely not in the Clone Wars. I think they're kind of phased out for just the regular clones and the commandos. So this is a weird one for me. I don't think this is going to sell particularly well, to be honest.
Yeah, it's cool. I like it. Priced a little high considering. I mean, it doesn't come with anything, right? The stand, like no swap outs.
So you do get one swap out. So that little canister there, what looks like a canister on the bottom, you can pop out the elbow, and the canister is like as if like the arm was sliced off with the lightsaber.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Which is like, oh, cool. Okay.
And he comes with the sand base with footprints.
Sweet.
With like
Say
human
less.
footprints.
Like it's not like it's not cool. It's
Yeah, that's not
cool
what I'm
thing.
arguing. It's just like,
Yeah.
bro, could you try out less? Like I almost feel
Exactly.
like
It's
give
lackluster.
me like even half a battle droid, like something to put on the base. Like I
Yeah,
don't know.
or-
It's hard because I don't know what else you would do, right, to justify this price.
Well, he's got different arms in the Mandalorian, right? So give me those.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I'd
So
be
yeah,
interested.
Yeah, like give both looks. Like it's weird.
Go ahead.
It's so boring. Like it's too cool to be this boring.
That's how I
Although
feel all the time.
we were I was kind of hitting Hot Toys hard with the Mace and this one as well. I still, let me make it clear, I do appreciate that at least they're going in a different direction than just doing reissues, right? They're doing different characters. That I'm definitely appreciative of. They need credit where it's due. Now, with this, someone made a comment there.
Yeah, this is a great
Talkative
comment here.
Mime. Oh, sorry. Vintage Rebellion first. He says no accessories, but guys, it's completely unique design. Not like you can
That is very true.
put a generic body under there. That's a good point. Another good point. Talkative Mime. Licensing to Disney costs the same whether actor or robot. So there's possibly could be some.
Is it though? I've heard from people that allegedly are in the know of that it's much more expensive for a Robert Downey Jr., like an Iron Man, than, like a non.
Yeah.
Again, that's what I've heard through the grapevine. I'm not saying that I'm the expert here, but allegedly, I've heard Robert gets a cut of every figure, and it's an amount, and that's factored into the prices that we pay.
Yeah.
Probably
At any
depends on
rate.
the actor.
That's not my area of expertise, that one, but
Yeah,
that's
I'm not
just.
saying I have expertise on that, but
But in regards to this, look, it's different. Like I said, it's not a reissue. At least they're giving us some figures from the films that we can appreciate and are different. The price for what you're getting out of the box is quite high, in my opinion. But I looked on Sideshow's site, wondering if there's any die-cast here.
Got to be in the leg joints, right?
Yeah, like Sideshow didn't indicate on the site under materials if there's any die-cast as of yet. But if there's some die-cast there, then possibly that's where you're getting some of that price point. I think this could have been a good opportunity at a lower price point to kind of buy multiple, so you can have a really nice droid army. But at that price point, I really don't think, like, I wouldn't be buying more than one if I was interested. No way. Or I'd wait until this thing went up for sale or got a good coupon. It looks like it's out of the screen, off the screen. It looks good. So I'll give them credit there as well. But again, it's a simplistic design. And yeah, I can't wrap my head around the price.
Just quickly
Go
here.
ahead, go ahead.
We got like 90 people watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you guys being here with us for our first show of the new year, and we're excited to have you guys here. And for 2023, Marco, please go ahead.
No, great plug right there. Yeah, so price point aside, because I do agree it's too high and it should be priced like more competitively for people to army build, as I'm sure they'll want to do. I think this looks terrific. I hate the design of the battle droids, but I love the design of the super battle droids. And this is one that I'm very curious in adding. We kind of figured these will not go to bargain bin, given the new trend to kind of waitlist these Attack of the Clones figures. So it doesn't seem like it's going to be around for me to jump on a bargain like I'm waiting on with the Dark Trooper. But it's priced low enough. If I can get some free shipping, no sales tax, and maybe like 10% off, then I could be all over this one, because I just really love the design, the all silver. I would anticipate that there is die cast in the joints. I think like the Dark Trooper, like K2SO. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with this overall, minus the price point being a bit too high. I can build this for you. I don't know out of what, but okay, let's see it, Gigi. Well, that'll be the next video we'll do.
That'd be awesome. I disagree with you, by the way, Marco. I love the battle droid. For me,
Most people do, right?
They were so
Roger,
iconic
Roger.
for me as a kid. I just like they're fun. I don't know. The super battle
They're
droid.
dummies.
Yeah, right.
That's the point. They're just like
they're fun.
They're idiots. They're dinguses.
I mean, they were in the same movie with Gungans. You know.
Are they supposed to be
Yeah, right.
Canadian or?
No, I think they're the panel
Hey,
members.
wow,
That was too far. That was
At
too
the
far. I'm
knees. You
joking.
hate to
Wow.
see it.
Now this guy right here on screen is a real no-neck crew member.
100%.
Wow.
Bro, that's
doubt.
how my neck looks like in the morning.
I mean, I can be pretty quick on this one. This is not one that I will be buying because I'm with John. If the price was lower, I would want to get 2, if not 4. I think an army build of this would look really cool in a display. To have just one standing by himself on the shelf, similar to kind of what I have behind me or in the other room, he's not a main enough character for me to feel like he can stand necessarily on his own. And so it's too expensive, and I would pass on it.
What I do see people doing is more focusing on the battle droids and then maybe having 1 or 2 of these popped up there in between the battle droids. I think that
Make
would
a
look
bit
good.
of an army build with
yeah,
both. I can see that.
I think.
So you planning to get the battle droids, Ben, or the same thing? It's not iconic enough.
No, they went waitlist before I pre-ordered them. I'm sure they're available other places. But
yeah. So if you
in
get an
Canada, it's
opportunity,
hard.
you might add one.
Jesus Christ, Youdsby got 2. Youdsby, you stress me out.
got
man.
2. There's that.
He got
so
2.
Inart.
Holy shit.
Inart teased their Aragorn. Now this is Aragorn, son of Arathorn, not that busted ass proto they showed in
Busted ass
Taiwan.
Adidas.
This is the Gabagool. This is what I'm fucking talking about. So let me pull up this video real quick. We'll watch it. There's obviously not a ton we can glean from this just yet, and of course I will say again, this is a prototype. This can change for the better. This can change for the worse. But this is what they're showing us today.
Isn't this the perfect example, though, of the community outcry resulting in a
Exactly.
really nice, like, this is what it should be from the beginning?
This is good right here. This is crispy.
It
Like
literally
honestly,
looks like a still.
I
Crazy.
refuse to believe this is a real figure until I'm
crazy.
proven otherwise.
It's at that point.
Good.
It's at that point.
It's that good.
It's
like
at
I
that
thought.
point.
I thought the Gandalf was like pretty good. Like I mean, I did think it needs work, but this right here, this is wild.
It looks like deep fake good. Like they've put like somehow computer generated the face over top of the shitty figure that they'd showed before.
So
let me just pull up.
It's essentially.
John's-
It's essentially. Remember that portrait we saw someone holding in their hand at that expo? We were
then-
like, "Is that
but
Inart
then-
or is that not Inart?" Well, it turned out
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, they didn't show this. They showed the sculpted one, and everyone's like, "What the hell is this?"
100% tremble dust. I'll read it quickly while you do that.
Yeah, go
Let me
ahead and
it.
read that for me.
Yeah, tremble dust said, and that's why sometimes I think you got to trust the company. I don't think community outcry made the changes. I believe reason they didn't bring it to Vegas showcase was the proto was meh.
But then they showed off that same prototype at another show. It wasn't Vegas, but was it
The next one.
Thailand?
Exactly.
Supposedly
so
the
I don't
proto
really
was
buy that.
damaged in transit, and then the other story is that Viper didn't want to show it, and then they showed this, which is terrible.
They should have never
Taiwan.
showed this. They should have never showed this. They should have showed this.
That right there. Come
they
on.
should have showed this with the head off, just so that we can see the outfit. I think. If they wanted to show something, they should have showed it without the portrait.
I
Because
think you are 100% right.
they did no justice here. Vintage says that looks like a render to me. I gotta watch it full screen. I don't think that was a render.
I don't think it's a render, but until I'm proven otherwise, it is that good that I don't believe it. Which is a very high compliment. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a portrait. And the thing is, it's not like they just did a good portrait, right? They did a good portrait that companies have struggled for decades to do. Weta Workshop, Prime One, Sideshow, Asmus. All these companies have tried and failed to capture a Viggo Mortensen likeness, and this is like, I mean, like ripped right off the screen. I mean, it's crazy.
If productions like that, holy mac, man.
And this is like one of those characters that It's not a
stories.
must-have for sure, but if it comes out this good, I may just add it. And this is like what we're talking about with Mace. If they really nail it on a borderline character, you're like, damn, I just kind of have to have this.
Yeah, but are you?
Fuck, this looks so fucking good.
What's scary is to go down like. That's fine.
Because
Right,
you're
John,
looking
to
at
even
like
go down
$5
the
grand
rabbit
for the
hole.
fellowship.
Like it's
if you're getting
guys,
online.
like we're hitting statue.
We're in the
prices,
in-game now,
guys.
bro.
We're hitting statue.
Yeah.
prices.
I'm not.
I
I'm not
wanna
a full
see-
line collector though. I don't need the entire line. I could have one off.
I want to see Inart go after everything Hot Toys has done. You want to see Inart smart right now? They take over Terminator. If they did T2, oh my god,
100%, John.
Oh
I'd have
my-
to have them all.
it would be the perfect time before Hot Toys comes out and says they're redoing it. But yeah, this is gorgeous.
Yeah, let's move through these quickly. I don't want to be here all night as much as I love you guys. Hot Toys did release, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 figures this week. We got the 9-kilogram DeLorean. We have Queel and the Blurg. And if anyone wants to chat about these, let me know and I can pause. The Chrome Mando, which I think. I don't know. I think it's both too chrome in some scenes and then not chrome enough in others. I think you could display either proudly, but
the head sculpt looks killer to me, honestly.
yeah, I have a picture here, and I think you were
buy this
100%
too.
right. This looks great. They said they made some changes on the integrated suit, but I looked over all the photos and I couldn't really see a big difference. But
It's the webbing in the front red piece.
Ah,
there.
I see.
They've
Okay.
like emboldened it a little bit. It looks like.
Gotcha.
In comparison.
Thank you for that. And then the Mark V suit up was released. I feel like the portrait looks a bit less than what we were sold. And I've seen some collectors that have this in hand already that they say it feels very fragile. All these little pieces that you're kind of snapping on and kind of doing it for the body. But yeah, Hot Toys, the same week that Inart releases the Joker, they kind of machine gun 5 figures at us. So
I think this is one of the best Iron Man on the market.
I think you are correct.
The
Iron
sculpt
Man?
is just
Tony Stark. I think it looks great. I think the portrait's fantastic.
Oh, that's.
Wait, what team?
I think I'm lagging because Spider-Man was on the screen just now. Holy shit!
Yeah, you're
Oh,
lagging
you
a
might
bit.
be lagging.
Dantes was asking, do you think the DeLorean will go waitlist right off the bat? I think
I
enough
don't
people.
think so.
I think enough people missed out on it that there's a lot of people interested.
I pre-ordered
Absolutely.
the DeLorean. I've got it coming. I've got it coming.
And you have Marty too, right?
I've got Marty and I've got Doc, and I understand that it could be sacrilegious to put Back to the Future 1 figures with the second movie
sin.
vehicle. I get it, but I think it's going to look badass either way. I've got a corner in the man cave over here that I'm going to try and set up as like a diorama display with like a roadway and like all the stuff. Like some,
that'll look
it's going to be
good.
cool. I mean, I'm pretty stoked.
That's
for
what
it,
kind of
so.
makes it the perfect reissue, though, is that it preserves the value of the original for those that really need to have, the Back to the Future 1 figures all together.
Yep.
For Ben and myself, I'm totally fine with putting Back to the Future 1 Marty with this DeLorean. Totally works for me.
Well,
Well,
what's the
with the-
difference though? The Mr. Fusion in the back, realistically.
Mr. Fusion, the license plate, and I mean that's probably all you would necessarily notice at first glance. But I mean the flying DeLorean still does show up at the very last scene of the first film. Marty's wearing the same outfit, just Doc isn't, right? He's wearing his yellow, but Marty's got his overcoat and his life preserver or his vest obviously pulled off, and he's just wearing his like open buttoned checkered shirt. I think that's the same. I'm pretty sure that's the same outfit. As what Back to the Future 1 Marty is wearing.
Zach
So-
says, let's get through these quickly. Ben goes into the exact clothing Doc is wearing.
We got
No, I'm
93
messing with
people
you.
watching here. We can.
Love
It's
it.
We
the
do.
DeLorean.
We should
It's-
pull the
it's-
movie of the week and
It's
fucking
early
keep talking
Christmas.
No, I'm
Jesus,
excited
that movie
too,
was
bro.
rough. Holy Jesus Christ. Lane says, let's slow down a bit on the Inart bandwagon, guys. They released one figure that not a lot of have yet.
Oh,
Let's wait
Lane.
till we get several releases before anointing them.
Lane,
First off,
no.
I'm not anointing
Lane, that
anyone.
ship has sailed, Lane.
Hang on,
Come
I'm not anointing any company as like the best at the moment. I think Hot Toys has that until further notice. But I will say I think I can confidently say that this prototype sculpt is the best Vigo portrait I have ever seen, in my opinion. And I will say that they have done a great job on the Joker, which we'll talk about after well, I guess we have one more slide. We have one more slide, then we'll get into Hot Seat Jeopardy. Hot Toys, I love when they do this. I don't understand why they don't do this more often. I think it's great that they put together these backstage upcoming releases photograph with the things that we're going to see next. Obviously, a lot of the ones that are in this photo we just talked about. But this is great. We're going to see, let's see, we got Cap there. We got the Silver Centurion suit up, Shang-Chi and Wenwu.
Bless you.
We have the Neon Tech Mark IV, the Iron Man Mark I, Wonder Woman 84. What clone is this, Dean? Help me out here. It's a looks like an Art
My
Joker.
screen is blank.
All right, we got the Shark Man from Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
What?
Icy Batman and
Who's gonna get
Clone
us
Trooper.
canceled now?
Captain America.
What clone is that now? Is that
You're talking about Jesse?
Oh, Jesse? Of course.
Yeah, Jesse. Sorry. Yeah,
Jesse?
I'm
talking
it's
about
so weird.
Jesse.
My StreamYard
Jesse
is just,
and King Shark are the ones that you.
Oh, I thought it was Shark Man. Shark Man and Lava Girl.
Icy Batman though is totally right. That's
do you guys
correct.
know? Has Inart confirmed what Wonder Woman they're coming out with? Is it going to be the Linda Carter or is it Gal Gadot? Do we know?
Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot. What is that? That sounds like a
Gal
horse.
Gadot. What a Gal
Gadot. I don't know.
You were just a smidget off.
Go
on
go
that
gadget.
That's just a little smidgen off. Do we know?
I
Just
hopefully
decide.
look. Who knows if they're even going to revisit it now? My God, my tongue is twisted.
So
what's
that's
happening
a
with the
great-
DCEU?
That's I want to ask you this. I'm gonna derail this for 2 seconds here. Does that affect you guys? Because Hot Toys they're showing. I guess I can say this for later, but I'll do it now. They showed some upcoming licenses of DC stuff that is yet to be shown.
Mm-hmm.
But I almost feel like why even bother, right? Like those
Aquaman.
characters are dead for the DCEU, regardless of how cool the movie is. Like, is anyone really going to actively collect that if you know that's it for those characters?
I think a lot of people have nostalgia for this phase of DC, and like to get kind of the last iteration of them could be cool. I haven't completely ruled it out, so I don't think it's a pointless exercise. But I hear what you're saying.
I think
Jazzy says John from Inart confirmed Gal and Henry Cavill.
Okay.
He also
Thanks.
confirmed
Thanks,
Michael
Jazzy.
Jordan in a comment on a post from Riley's. Riley got his dad the Shaq, and he's like, "Stay tuned for the Inart MJ." I was like, "What the fuck?" That's so random.
Tremble Dust says doesn't matter to me if the figure is fire, it's fire.
And I mean, I think for me, it'll depend on how good the films are. If I see the films and I'm like, wow, that was an amazing experience, I really enjoyed it, I'll likely want to collect from it. And, you know, I'm still kind of hoping in the Flash film, for example, that they've teased, that we get maybe like a Keaton Batman.
Don't do it. Fuck me.
How dare you?
You're putting that into the universe. Yeah, but
I
Prince,
want it.
It's going to happen.
Sunshine, Sunshine, listen to me. You could listen to me, and listen to me.
We're
good.
listening. Fuck, we're listening. We've been listening.
That '89 Batman better have a fucking black belt. I don't want to see the yellow belt.
It probably will. It probably will.
Okay.
I think it will. I think you're right.
Here we go,
But I
boys.
want the yellow belt because it's way cooler.
I don't care what you want. You buy the original one.
You pay double retail.
You buy what John tells you to buy.
Exactly.
Or he's gonna send Gal Gadot to your house. Let's do Auxpardy. And I didn't remind you guys, but I assume I want to hope that you guys do have.
Oh, Alexa's taking over.
Jesus Christ, stupid idiot.
Howard's listening now.
Hopefully, you guys have pen and paper for Double
Pen?
Jeopardy.
I don't got a pen.
Was that the
PM?
Skynet from Terminator or the Skynet from Warrior of Future? Because that really confused me.
Okay,
Anyway,
that was
Dude,
the
I was like,
stupidest
wait a
thing.
minute.
I was like, this seems like
a
copyright
literal
infringement.
Skynet.
Marco, you are our points leader, and you get the first pick in Auxpardy.
Let's go a
Auxpardy.
Christmas story for 300, please.
All right, A Christmas Story for 300, and again, $25 on the line and 1 minute talking time. 300 points. And remember, you guys can steal if he gets it wrong. What present does Ralphie want more than anything for Christmas?
He wants a Red Ryder BB gun that he may shoot his eye out with.
Let's see what you get.
That's such
A Red Ryder BB gun. Well done, Marco. I didn't even need to play the music for that one. These are pretty easy questions. Let's see. Up next is John.
I don't want to do this. This is hard.
Also, gentlemen's agreement. Stay off the.
And the comments. Don't be looking at those comments.
What do you want, John?
Should I go Jingle All the Way or Home Alone?
If you missed the Home Alone question, though, that would put a dent in your credentials.
And I have to go, right? I have to pick something.
I mean, you could pick last, I guess, if you want.
No, that's fine. Go. Ipa. I was gonna go Jingle All the Way because I like that movie, but just go Home Alone.
Home Alone for 200 points. John, what is the nickname of the pair of burglars that tries to break into the McAllisters' home?
From which movie, though?
That's a good question.
The Sticky Bandits, or
is that your final answer?
The Wet Bandits. From either movie.
Final answer.
From either movie. Yep.
Home Alone 1. I need a final answer. One of those.
The Wet Bandits.
See what we get here. The Wet Bandits.
Nice.
John.
Yeah.
I thought you said the Webbed Bandits.
No.
It's definitely not right.
I was like, I don't know about that. Let's see. Dean and Ben, you guys are tied. We'll go Dean seniority here. A Nightmare Before Christmas for 100, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation for 400, or Jingle All the Way for 500. Sitting at 300 points.
Of the three on the board, I know The Nightmare Before Christmas is the best. So.
Okay, 100 points. Nightmare Before Christmas. What is the name of Jack's ghost dog?
0. Final answer.
Oh, Jesus. Very good, Dean. Look at this.
That.
I made them easy for you guys. Ben, A National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation or Jingle All the Way? Sitting at 300 points at the moment.
I'll just watch Jingle All the Way, but also Christmas Vacation. I'll do Christmas Vacation.
All right. Instead of cash, what does Clark's boss give him as a Christmas bonus?
Coupon to the Jelly of the Month Club.
There you go. Membership to the Jelly Month Club. Look at that. You
either.
guys have done great. Okay,
Holy
so
shit.
pen and paper time.
Oh,
I don't have any paper.
Oh God, Ben.
can I use my phone?
Yeah, use your phones. Well,
I'll
that's
use the
kinda
Note
cheating,
app.
though.
I'll use the Note app.
The Note app.
I can show you that it's the Note app.
Okay.
Yeah, Sean just knows everything tonight.
Marco's in outer space. I don't know where he's at.
Look,
wait for Marco
totally
for 2
blank
seconds.
notepad.
There we go.
Notepad.
Let's see. John asks Skynet. Look at this. The chat loves these questions. I knew that was going to be the question. We'll wait for Marco, I guess. We're in the middle of a television show. He doesn't know he's leaving.
You know the neighbors next door in National Lampoon's Vacation? I thought the question might be, what's the wife's name? Because it's on the tip of my tongue. It starts with an M, but I can't remember. I think it's like Marla or like... I can't remember. I was like, that. If that's the question, I'm screwed.
I guess we're in the middle of it. Oh, there we go. There he goes.
Apparently the paper
Margot.
that I had was not
Margot.
for... Yeah.
Okay, are we all good, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes.
Now ignore the points value for this. Remember, you're gonna wager a number of points, and you will either get or lose this number of points that you bidding. I guess.
Give us the question, Zach. Fuck, I'm sweating.
Fuck, I'm sweating too, bro. How do you think I feel? For 500 points, what is the name of Turbo Man's loyal sidekick?
Oh my.
Remember, you can bet 0 points. We got 100 people watching live right now. Okay. Well, don't show the.
Well,
just put your phone down.
These guys can't see.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, just put it down.
What is it?
And gentlemen's agreement, no cheating, please.
Okay, hold on.
Apparently, Margot was the neighbor's name.
Margot.
You guys are about 10 seconds left.
We watched this in the movie of the week. Come on, you guys gotta know this.
Yeah.
All right, that is time. Let's see, Dean. How many points did you wager, and what was your answer?
0 points, Little Drummer Boy.
Okay, Dean loses 0 points. John, what is?
Can I
your
go
answer?
last? Let me go last.
Okay, what is Ben? What is your answer?
Can you see it?
What did you put?
Buster.
What did you?
Buster?
Buster.
Hang on. I'm gonna check the answer.
I think it's Buster.
Okay, you are incorrect. How many points did you wager?
I wagered none. I didn't put a point.
Okay,
Childhood
none.
movie, Ben. Childhood
Okay.
movie.
Yeah. I forgot.
Marco,
was
what did you
Buster.
put?
I wagered 300 and I put Booster.
All right, Marco gets
Wow.
it. 1,100 points. John, what did you put?
Fuck. Close. But no cigar. I put 600. I put Booster, bitch! Booster! You got the Booster!
Marco, John wins. Look at that. Look at that. 1,200 points.
Good job, John.
Fucking
Good
rat
job,
looking
John.
piece of shit.
I definitely thought it was Buster. I totally thought he said Buster.
That's Dave and Buster's, buddy. Wrong fucking.
Oh, wow. Congratulations,
It's 'cause of
John.
all
That's a childhood
Wagered more.
movie.
Should've wagered
Childhood.
more.
Buster.
Buster, get to the chopper.
Congratulations, John. We'll
Going to
sort
kill
out.
ya.
I need to send you a payment anyway, so this actually works out. So I don't have to pay 2 international transfer fees. So Hot Toys. Let's get back into the swing of.
Oh, we're
things
still
here.
talking about them? Fuck.
I know it's a Hot Toys show. Let's just blow through these quickly. They showed us their coming soon licenses, and we'll just blow through these quickly. The Mandalorian, Clone Wars 20th anniversary, Return of the Jedi 40th anniversary. Get ready for the reissues. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
Gang,
Guardians
baby.
of the Galaxy Volume 3, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse Part 1, The Flash, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, John Wick Chapter 4. So those are very cool, and obviously these are just teasers of the licenses, no actual products to be shown just yet. Now,
Wait, Zach, really quick.
yes.
Go back to the Clone Wars one.
Yes. I know what you're going to say. Some people were thinking that this is the animated
Tarkovsky.
series. Tarkovsky, yeah. That would be interesting. That would be very interesting.
Because it's not the 20th anniversary of
Yeah,
Clone
it was
Wars,
2003, which would be the 20th anniversary of the Clone Wars animated series.
Right. But that logo, I don't remember that logo being for the...
Well, these are all new logos. Like,
Well, we've seen that Vader before with obviously different numbers, but...
yeah. It'll be interesting. I
Yeah.
highly doubt they're going to make a Clone Wars animated 2003 micro series.
Dude, can you imagine though? Commander
Fordo? Bro, I would buy the fuck out of
a Grievous?
Anakin with the blue tattoos.
Dude, right?
That would
because
be... I'd
of
buy
the
the fuck out of
possibility of being a fucking banger line.
the OG Commander Cody with the airborne helmet.
Yeah, dude.
It actually makes a lot of sense now that you kind of go through these.
That dude with the
because fact that
horns.
they're-
Kit Fisto. Bro,
Wow.
that would be a banger ass.
Right,
line.
dude? Holy shit. That fucking an Asajj Ventress, bro.
Oh, I'm liking
That would-
this.
Honestly, if it's not that, I'm gonna be so disappointed because that sounds
Yeah.
like a banger lineup.
And since they
'Cause-
made all the other Clone Wars figures kind of realistic,
yeah,
they
in
can all
realistic
slot in.
stylings, bro. Fucking sign me up, dude.
You hate your vintage. Hasbro is using the same logos for their new stuff.
I think that's by the licensor though. I think that's a requirement. It's same like with the packaging design and stuff like that. I think it's just coming down from the top.
Hot Toys is becoming Hasbro. Listen, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah, for the Star Wars 40th,
Yeah.
start
Reissues,
selling
bro.
palps. We should sell
Palpatine.
palps.
You're gonna get that brand new Return of the Jedi Vader that everyone's been wanting.
should
I would say
sell palps.
probably a new Han Solo with the Endor.
No,
gear.
no, you won't see Han Solo.
You don't think so?
Oh, no,
Dude, the fact that we didn't get Empire, I don't think
That's
Harrison
true.
Ford
No
is-
best
no,
fit.
you won't. You
But I
won't.
do think Indiana Jones was part of this license, though, right? So maybe we do have some Harrison Ford in the pipeline.
But we didn't get Indiana Jones, right?
Yeah, I think it was part of this, and I don't know if the logo had popped
But
up or if it
one
was
of
like
you
the
cucks
others.
Harrison
Yeah.
Ford likes Indiana Jones. He
fucking hates Han Solo.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
I didn't see anywhere Indiana Jones marketing for it.
I did
Maybe
not
it's
see that.
yeah. Maybe I miss
You probably
read
fucked
that.
up. Just kidding. I love you, Marco.
But,
First time for everything.
Flash, you're gonna get Batman.
Not the first.
You think that
Actually,
you
oh
do
fuck,
think my dreams will come true?
you know where we actually you just. I don't want to spoil. I saw a clip, not a clip, a photo.
See you later, Tremble Dust.
See ya, buddy. I saw a clip, a photo.
Spit it out, John.
Fuck, I'm nervous.
Was it? A clip
I
or
don't
a
want to
photo?
spoil it from the Flash trailer or
Oh,
something.
don't spoil it.
Oh fuck! I'll tell you something else you should sell. If you got the original Hot Toys, you should sell it.
Is this the same picture that had the
bunch of
Superwoman
shit.
that they?
Jesus.
Well,
everyone knows
Gal
that
Gadot.
she's in the movie. That's not a spoiler.
How about the
I actually didn't know
flashback?
that, but I haven't watched any trailer.
Does everybody know about the flashback?
No. Okay. Wait. Maybe don't
Okay.
say anything.
Don't
'cause I
say
don't know
anything.
about
Okay,
this.
Don't
let's,
say anything, yeah.
before we cancel ourselves. We lost like 12 people in the middle of that. The Inart Joker, did Inart deliver? We have some video which we'll pull up here in just a second. But I want to focus on 4 things. Me personally, you guys obviously talk about what you want. I think for me, for this figure to be a success, and I know that other YouTubers have given their own spiel. Some of them, I think their ideas are kind of weird. There's 4 things: the quality of the final product compared to what was solicited, the time frame for the release based on the initial estimates, the quality of the materials that they used for the product, and was there an innovation in what they've given us. For me, it needs to check those 4 boxes for me to say, like, wow, they really delivered on what they set out to do. I think from the quality standpoint, I think the portraits are, from the photos I've seen, from the videos I've seen, I think they're as, you know, what we were sold, right? I don't think there's any discernible decrease in quality in the outfit, in the portraits, in the materials that they used. Speaking of materials, obviously we have real metal on some of the diorama pieces, real wood, some beautiful details that you would never even see, right? Like statues, John, they have on the bottom of the base, like some details about the product.
Beautiful.
These bases have some of those details. The innovation, I think that they have introduced a few things that almost are unbelievable now that we have seen them in action. Like, damn, like how come no one thought of this before? Magnets for the wrist pegs, I think that's genius. Magnets for the feet, obviously magnets for the feet have been done before, but I mean, I've seen videos of people holding this figure damn near upside down and shaking it, and it's sturdy, built different. I think the weathering on the guns is literally the only complaint I have. I think on the machine gun, I think it's too clean, and on the Glock, I know it's plastic, the polymer base, but I think on the slide, I'd like to see just a touch more weathering. That is the smallest complaint, though. I think they have done a tremendous job on this release. João, Big Breda, has a review up. I don't know if he would mind if we pull up his review and look at it, but Inart has also released their own official unboxings, which I'm working on pulling up right now. I genuinely think, though, in terms of everything that they set out to do, you know, again, they kind of released this a little late in Q4, but it technically slid it right in before Christmas. I think they have a lot to be very proud of. I think I think this is a really nice figure, and I think that I'm excited to see what they do with their upcoming releases. Let me pull this up. Dean, if you want to share some of your thoughts, I'll start pulling up some of these videos that we can watch.
Yeah, it looks fucking amazing. And I don't even like the Joker. I would still never consider buying this, only because I don't.
Jesus.
Oh,
Sorry, that was my bad.
only because I don't like
Mute it
this
because you'll
version
get
of the
copyrighted.
Joker. I don't like these
You're right,
movies.
you're right.
So I would never buy this, but objectively, I cannot deny that this thing is second to none. I think it's probably the best Joker representation ever. Statues included. I think this thing is fucking insane. If you got one, you should be happy. It looks fucking phenomenal. This is cool unboxing. I haven't seen this before.
Yeah, like to go back to what Lane said, to wait for it in hand. I still can't boggle my mind that people are still saying that. it just, we have live video now. Reputable. Juan is as reputable as it gets. You see,
Yeah, I'm
his
gonna pull his video up here in a
like,
second.
don't give me that shit. That we had that shit already. Don't give me that shit anymore. That we need to wait. We don't need to wait anymore. It's here, and everybody that opened their gums all over the place, that just ran over this, zipped. That's everyone zipped. That's it.
Let's go to
I
Joel's
did.
video.
When,
No, I'm
you
not
know,
talking about here. I was like, where the
No,
fuck?
no,
thought
I
he-
know. I'm just saying, like, I did when it first got announced. I was the first one to say, like, they're unproven, you know.
We were
They gotta prove it, and goddamn, dude, they fucking
No, but you
proved it.
took ownership after it and said that long time ago. Everybody here did. I'm talking about the other people that really dug into the market, like really dug into it. Here we were just, what's the word I'm looking for? Skeptical and saying, "Oh, this happened." But there were people that really ran into it. No, I wouldn't touch it. It's a waste of money. Where are they now? They're fucking quiet. They're
It's 'cause
quiet.
They're so busy looking for one to buy.
Now, two things. Obviously, Marco and Ben. Well, you guys have thoughts as well, and John as well. There's been a lot made about like shipping costs and everything like that. I think until more collectors get those shipping notices,
Yeah.
when we have right now we just have like 1 or 2 cases. I think it's a bit too soon for us on CW to start broaching this larger topic of shipping. But I do know Kit, who I want to say, John, you pre-ordered your
sir.
Joker through him.
Yes, I did.
I pre-ordered my Gandalf through TNS. Now it's my understanding that Kit and TNS, I know for sure on TNS, I don't know about Kit, but the price that you pay is like the out the door
Shipping
price.
included.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
shipping included. So
Yes, sir.
So I think in the terms of Gandalf, I think there was an extra $30 added to the retail price, and that was, you know, kind of what you pay for shipping. Kit did say, and I'm going to pull the screenshot up, and I want to thank Marco because I literally thought I fever dreamed that this happened.
Good on him.
I looked for hours and I could not find this. Now Kit said they're shipping local orders to people who paid in full at the pre-order stage. No news for the dealer batches yet. Probably not before February. So if you're buying it from TNS or other retailers, it's likely you will have to wait until February. But the box size is much larger than they were expecting. It will probably cost a Hot Toys to ship the deluxe 2-pack. So
Yeah, he's gonna take a hit.
yeah, someone's taking a hit. I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up being something where some of these guys have to come back and maybe ask for more money. I'm not sure how that's going to work.
Ain't gonna happen.
That can't happen.
This is Joel's video, and Joel, if you're watching this, I love you. Don't copyright claim me, please. You are the best.
The best.
Best among us.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
such a great service he's done for the community here with his just concise and terrific review. So enthused by what he had to say about it. Go ahead, John.
No, you please. It's your up.
So 1/6 Figure Focus is saying HD 4K footage, high res images, multiple sources in art have arrived and they are the real deal. Yeah, I think I've seen
100%.
enough at this point. So for me, some of the questions I was asking was, is it worth around $1,100? Right? I think that, John, that's what you and I are paying, pretty much $1,100 for these 2 figures.
Mute this, Zach, if you can. Sorry.
Yes, sir.
I still can't say that, right? Is it worth that amount? Maybe, maybe not. Is it the next evolution of 1/6
Printing
figures?
white ink though, that's pretty fancy.
Oh, there you go. That's premium right there. Yeah, but is it like the next evolution of 1/6 figures? I don't know that I can say that. But is this like the best representation of this Joker? A Joker, a character that I absolutely love from a film that I absolutely love, hands down. Like, you're not getting anywhere near this. Even if Hot Toys was to come out with their own rooted hair version of this character, really have my doubts that it would come close to what Inart has produced here. So I'm extremely enthused by everything that I've seen. I'm ready to pay that bill and get all 3 Jokers that I've pre-ordered, and just, cannot wait. February sounds good. Give me plenty of time to continue to save up given the kind of onslaught of figures we've had. But yeah, I could say like my certainty with Inart has just like gone exponentially up at this point, and now prototypes that they show, I have a lot more faith that that's going to be really close to the final they're going to produce. So good on them, and really excited to see what else they can produce here in the near future.
Oh, TK, I love you, buddy, but damn.
Totally agree.
1-6 Shooter says 2 figures, rooted hair, high quality custom level clothing for $500 each. Worth it. I don't think like a lot of collectors really understand when you get into that upper echelon of like tailoring and rooting,
Exactly.
like how
it's not comprehending in the brain, Zach. It's not comprehending in the brain.
it's not. I mean, you could easily spend $500 just to pay someone to root a Joker portrait, like for the really top end people that do this stuff. I mean, it's incredibly expensive. So let's fast forward
Ben, I
just a
think
bit
Ben,
here.
you had to go. You didn't say anything.
And there you go. Useby was asking, does it come with these little containers? Yes, it does. And
It
here
does.
you can see it right there.
It's pretty. Looks really good.
The only thing for me that I mentioned, the packaging. I don't like the packaging.
The shape of it or the material, right?
The material. I like that black. A lot of people don't like that black foam. I like the straps. Give you that statue. The straps they're pulling from Queen's side of the business with the statues, because that's very. It's elegant. It's not a big, huge thing, but it just adds. You got to understand that these little things, even the certificate of authenticity and all that paperwork, minute little unnecessary things,
they
but
might
it
seem
adds.
like trinkets, yeah,
it
like
adds
that little
to the
movie ticket.
Exactly, it adds to the overall unboxing experience.
Yeah.
Like if this thing's not numbered, I don't really need a certificate of authenticity. Like that's just fluff. But I'm telling you, man, damn.
This is that rifle that I mentioned. That I feel like it just needs a touch more weathering, a little bit of a silver dry brush. I think is really, I mean, for a figure like this, I mean,
What
that's
if he
really
just
my.
takes care of his guns?
Oh, to Sean's question, you get the portrait
My guns
holders.
don't have chips and shit in them.
You get the portrait holders, but only if you
but
buy the rooted
you don't
hair.
Use your guns like he's fucking robbing banks and shit. Like he's throwing this shit around.
Oh yeah, 1-6 Shooter's 100% right. This you're getting a custom
Read the
figure.
comment.
Oh, sorry. He says this kind of quality is expensive on the custom market. You're getting a
100%.
custom figure for a licensed price. Well, you know what I'm saying. Like
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying, right?
I mean, like I said,
that's a good way to look at it. Go ahead, Zach.
When I was 2018, I wanted to put together a Blade Runner figure. The outfit alone, the quote that I got for trousers, a shirt, a tie, a blazer, and then a jacket over that was $850. That was 2017 money. Yeah, this shit gets real expensive.
Yeah. Diecast
Yeah, I
everywhere.
think if you had two, what is it, DX? What number is he?
DX11.
The one with the table
Yeah, if
and
you
then
had
the
two-
previous one.
If you had two DX11s and paid someone to root both their hairs, you'd probably be as into it as much as this fucking setup right here, and you'd have not all the cool accessories.
Yeah.
Danny says, I want to use those cuffs on my Maria Hill.
Nasty, Danny.
Someone
so
put
terrible.
someone took photos of him
What is happening?
with the video's working well on our end.
Exploded.
It's working really well on our end. It's not lagging.
Smooth over
No.
here.
I don't think it's lagging, but it's like my fucking mouse is like all jittery. Sorry about that.
Someone took a photo of the jail cell, and then the Joker was, as opposed to standing inside the jail. Well, he was standing in the jail cell, but he had his hands through the cell as opposed to sitting down. And man, it looked epic.
Yeah, this thing looks.
I saw that too,
crazy
John.
good.
That was really, really cool.
I'm thinking that's if and when I display it.
Damn, that's strong ass magnet. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Fucking base came off the ground.
Wow. Somebody said in the chat you could actually turn him upside down on the base, and it would stay.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
Yeah, I
the
mentioned
case,
that
but
also.
Oh, sorry, I missed that. I do think that they delivered on their promise when it comes to this figure. I do really like the way that they changed some of the hair coloring. It is a little bit more yellow, as Joao had mentioned, which I appreciated, because I do think that the sculpted is a little on the green side, despite me still really, really liking the sculpt, even with the sculpted hair. The tailoring on the outfit is certainly superior to the DX11, like absolutely zero question. The DX11 looks like he's wearing a bathrobe in comparison. Like there's no comparison there. So this looks fantastic in that respect. One thing that I wish Inart had provided us, but I mean this goes back to the original like purchase overall, is a laughing head sculpt. I feel like both head sculpts are very similar. The makeup application is even a little similar. If they'd given us one where maybe like the makeup had kind of bled off a little bit, he's is a little more distressed later when chasing or when fighting with Batman in the street and the truck and all that. The makeup's not quite as pristine as it is on both of these head sculpts, so it would have been cool to have a little bit of transition there.
Ben, I think this is going to give us all heartburn, but I think they're leaving a little bit of meat on the bone for a future Joker release, like bank robber.
You might not be wrong,
right?
You might not be wrong, because the laughing sculpt for my DX11 is actually my favorite of the two sculpts that figure comes with, because it's so iconic. I mean, the Joker's laughing half the movie, right? So,
yeah.
But again, it's hard to use that as a nitpick because that's not what they gave us. I know what I signed up for, and I am 100% like so excited to get this. I'm so happy Joao was able to do such an early review, because I was feeling worried about what I was about to just spend this kind of money on, right? There'd been so many comments, there's so many opinions out there floating around, and a lot of negativity, and it gets to you after a while, especially when you're putting this kind of coin down. So I'm happy that Joao was able to kind of put that to rest. I don't feel concerned. I'm super excited again, just like I started out as. And it makes me even more excited for the Batman figure that I've got coming later this year. The Inart Batman, I think that's going to be a sweet figure. If I had one last thing that I wish they would at least have included with this figure is around the socks, you can really see where the foot peg joins the ankle. There's like a pretty noticeable separation, and I was talking to Bob Dylan about this the other day on Big Bretta's channel. We were on a live stream together, and he was saying that you can fix that by actually getting essentially ankle donuts to slot in under the sock and fill that out a little bit, which was news to me. I'd never heard that before. So that honestly doesn't obviously come with this figure, but it might be something I look at investing in, because even when I look back at my DX11, there is a little bit of that separation, but it does look like a more filled out ankle. And with him sitting in the position that he is, it really does highlight that spot on the socks. But again, for how good this is, it's such a nitpick. It's hilarious, really, when you think about it. I'm so excited.
Just to summarize this, I guess going down the line, just yay or nay, do you think that Inart delivered? I would say yes. Delivered on what they went out to do. What do you think, Dean?
Yeah. They fucking came out swinging, and I don't think they missed a step. They were kind of close with the delivery, but...
Literally, like hair.
Yeah. But, I mean, what they came out and said they were going to do, they did it. As skeptical as I was, they fucking did it.
A man can only admit when he was wrong.
Yeah, exactly. So,
John's favorite clip.
I hate that clip so much.
John, yay or nay?
Yeah, for sure. Yay, 100%. I think that was the best thing they can do is say it was ballsy. It was ballsy to come out to the community and say, "Hey, we have a plan. This is what we're gonna do." And of course, we're going to be skeptical, because it's like, what do these guys think they are? You're going up against a company that's been in this industry for more than 10 years.
Yeah, and they did it all within a year.
All within a year. But they have the history with Queen. And I think that's what a lot of 1/6 collectors weren't realizing, is that statue, what they're doing on the statue side, they have that history and that attention to detail.
Well, for me, it didn't they don't always translate
hand to hand.
Right.
In this case, it worked well.
Yeah.
I think that was the best thing they did, was to solidify this Joker, because now look, Aragorn was shown, and I don't think there was one hesitation, one comment to say shit.
Well,
besides the first one they showed. Before this,
that was kind of dusty.
But that one they kind of shot. I wouldn't have shown that one. That was stupid in my part. That's, you got to know when to listen to the community and when not to. But this one here, I think I think the Joker solidified the fact that people aren't worried about this Aragorn that we're seeing.
Not the new one, no.
Not the new one. No. The old one was.
That was pretty.
That was Asmus. It was
the
Postal Service accidentally switched them.
Wow. Let's move on here. I think we talked about it a lot, and
beat off a dead horse.
Yeah, I don't want to lose too many people watching. Great figure though. New Year's resolutions. I want to know. I tried to share mine earlier, and you fucking cucks wouldn't let me talk, so I'm skipping.
Oh no,
me.
you go ahead now.
No, it's okay.
No, you do it when in the segment that's designed for it.
Well, that's my I talk about what I want to talk about. Dean, what is your resolution this year?
More statues.
More statues. There we go. For what reason?
Honestly, with the exception of Bo-Katan and Cro-Mando, there's nothing coming out that I'm like, I need to own that. They haven't announced anything. I'm like, I have to buy this. In terms of 6 scale, specifically Hot Toys, there are a couple 6 scale that I'm interested in getting. But there are a bunch of statues that I'm like, I'm gonna want to fucking own that. So I got 2 on the way this year already. Pre-ordered 2. There's a couple Elden Ring ones that I want to get, and I love Elden Ring so much. Like, it's hard to put it into words. That, like, I don't want to say I want my collection to start revolving around Elden Ring, but I want there to be a heavy presence of Elden Ring in my collection. And there's only like a couple figures coming out, which is actually kind of rare for FromSoft games to have collectibles. I think there's one Sekiro figure and then some like Funko Pop style like minis. So there are a lot of statues though. So that's where I'm headed. This more statues.
You love to hear that. I think my New Year's resolution is to stay focused. Very easy to go off the train tracks and start picking up statues here, Hot Toys here, that don't necessarily fit the collection. So I think staying focused is going to be my biggest New Year's resolution here. And also not caving into any FOMO. There's been some instances where I'm like, damn, I want to jump in right away. But I think in the collecting market that we're in right now, we can still don't necessarily have to go day one. And you can set yourself up with a nice plan. And I think you'll be okay. And to continue streaming with you guys, because I absolutely love it.
Hell yeah, baby.
That's the most important, I think.
Yeah, for me, it's just going to be to be a lot more selective. I think I've got a really strong collection at this point. Been collecting for a few years. Once I get my Module cases, I'm going to have kind of the display that I've always wanted. So with the DTOFs, with the Module cases on the other side, to kind of showcase more figures together. So I think at that point, everything will be really complete, and then it'll kind of be like King of the Hill, that a figure is going to have to be really terrific to come into the collection to take up space from another, figure that I already love. So hopefully being a lot more selective. We'll replay this at the end of the year and see if I stuck to that.
Definitely. All good ones. I liked John's, but I'll try not to copy. I think not caving into the FOMO is important, especially the more involved I get with live streams, talking to all the people who buy these things all the time. It is really hard to not want everything, because there's a lot of really cool stuff out there, but at the end of the day, 99% of the time, I'm the only one sitting down in my collection room. So it has to represent me, not the community necessarily. So staying really focused, not necessarily buying things that I don't feel complement my collection. And then on a personal note, for the Ben Thomas show, my New Year's resolution there is to continue putting out content that is fresh for people to actually enjoy. I get a lot of great feedback from folks in the community, which is awesome. But I wanted to keep it fresh and different and something that people look forward to tuning into. And I want to focus on my health as much as I focus on collecting. I'm not getting any younger. In the last couple of months, I've been able to lose a few pounds and get into the gym a little bit more. because my goal is to also live longer. And if I don't start now, I don't want to run out of time. So yeah.
Wow, that was beautiful.
Well articulated, yes.
That really took the air out of the room.
What? Wow.
Good luck with
Way
that.
too sincere for the show, Ben. Read the
I know
room.
what.
If you want to live longer, stop collecting hot toys.
Oh, man.
I want to see my neck again for the first time. in
Wow.
6 years.
What are you
Yeah.
trying to say, bud?
Big dog pound.
You're a beautiful
want-
man, Dean.
I
Don't
want
you even
to,
fucking get. Don't you even start.
Maximize my space here in this office. It's a little bit smaller. I feel like I'm not using it to its full potential. I do have a lot of sound foam in front of me, but I feel like I could put a shelf with some statues right here, and I think that would be really fun to be able to look at things while I'm streaming. I don't think the decrease in audio would be really. I think it'd be negligible. The type of mic that I'm using. I talked about it earlier, but I do want to collect, like getting into more graded stuff. With Pokemon stuff is very nostalgic for me. A lot of the older stuff, cards that I used to have when I was a kid. Being able to get something that has an assigned grade and is really only going to increase in value, I think is great. Obviously, they're not first edition because I don't got that first edition money. But I picked up 3 cards so far. I have 2 of them in. Really, really happy with that. And being able to monetize some of the 3D printing stuff. I'm actually working on some stands right now because I had a Marvel Legends fall and it fucking like ruined a bunch of stuff. But this is my V1 right here. So it's just a little stand that goes on the bottom, holds them up, and hopefully be able to sell some of these locally. I think that would be really cool. I like it. Those are some of my goals. Maybe being a bit more selective with what I'm picking up. I like Marvel Legends and Black Series, but I think you can really get lost in the woods with those things. I think that's kind of where I'm at. So buying things that are graded, maybe not so much comics. I'm so bummed. Like I bought this comic from the store, and someone's breathing in like 4K. Holy shit. I bought this comic from the store and it's way later than what they said, and I just feel like I'm getting these really obtuse responses from the company. So it's kind of I don't say ruined it for me, but I don't know. I'm just like a little less excited because of that.
Roast that company.
Oh, it's fucking. I'll roast them right now. It's fucking assholes. When it's like 3 months past.
Stupidity, man.
Yeah, so I think it's. Let me make sure.
Was it the Canadian one?
I don't think so. Hot Shot Comics, you fucking goobers, pissing me off. Yeah, I ordered back in March, and it's like people already getting like episode like issue 3 or 4
The
of that book
second
graded.
print, yeah.
Yeah,
Stupidity.
coming back already, and I'm like, I'm still waiting on my 9.8.
I think Cece had a similar issue too, where she didn't get her copy.
Fucking pissing me off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for my Mando 1.
That's nuts.
So we'll probably have to do a deep dive on those people if it ends up not. Like I'm already well past PayPal at this point, so it's more public opinion pressure at that point.
Hey.
But
yeah,
I
don't know.
I will say it's still not in stock on their website. So,
well, my item's not on the website at all anymore. Like it's just not. Yeah. So
even like an invoice or anything.
No. Like if you today wanted to buy that book,
to search it. Okay.
Yeah, you can't search on the website. But
you still have an invoice and a receipt, like a purchase receipt and all that.
Yeah, I'm just double checking right now, but yeah, I'm not a fan of that. But yeah, I mean, like the Pokemon stuff, I know it's kind of silly, but like Vivi's getting into it now. Brian and Chris from Six Scale Scavengers sent her like a great care package a few months ago, and yeah, it's just like a nice bonding thing with the kid, having a lot of fun with that, and being able to show her like, hey, this is what I used to collect when I was your age, And
especially the fact that it's ending.
Well, the new series is starting, but yeah, I think that's kind of going back into it. But it's crazy, like to see something from like 1999, like in near mint condition. That is like so crazy to me. It's been fun, and they're not that expensive, right? But they're gonna go up because 10 years, they're gonna be even harder to find and more expensive, and it's just like something that's gonna constantly continue to go up in value. So, Our movie of the week, which honestly I don't really care to talk about. It was not a good movie. Warriors of Future. When a meteor carrying a destructive plant strikes the world, a suicide squad is given hours to save their post-apocalyptic city from a total collapse. This movie had a really interesting plot, and then it did the thing that I hate when movies do, when like, oh, like, that's not the bad guy, this is the real bad guy. Like, I fucking, like, it's such an interesting plot, right? Like, this plant is purifying this atmosphere, but it is getting too big, so we got to kind of like not have it get any bigger. And, or what's this, half the panel that watches this for sure? It might actually be more than half.
Yeah, I think
not a
only
good
me,
film.
You and Margo watched it.
Not a good film. And then I don't know. I didn't like it. It might be a cultural thing because I think this movie was like wildly successful overseas.
Yeah.
Right? It just might be a cultural thing, but I just don't like those kind of movies. It set up such an... Yeah, go ahead.
On the cultural thing, though, a lot of the time, like, I couldn't tell what maybe was overacting or like just like cultural norms in terms of the way that they express themselves. Like a lot of it, I was like, is this really terrible acting or is this just like really like traditional, what you might see with their culture? So that stuff was throwing me off from the beginning.
And I want to say that some of these actors are like very, very famous over there. So I don't think it's bad. It just might be like it's a cultural difference.
Yeah, this movie to me...
Cram, they are making Hot Toys from this movie.
Yeah, that's why we watched it. We were like, well, let's see what the hype is about.
I'm still trying to see, bro.
It's like they didn't trust the audience to figure things out. So, like, they just fucking spelled everything out for you. Like, there's a guy who backstabs them. And it's not even like oh, damn, I think that guy might be bad guy. It's like they just fucking like tell you immediately. And I was like, okay, well, that's kind of fishy. Or not fishy, but like kind of annoying. Like if the events happened and you were like, why the fuck is all this happening? And then you figured it out, that payoff would have been so good. But they just kind of fucking shove everything in your face all at once.
And not in a good way.
Yeah, not in a good way. And then characters like figure things out way too easily just by looking at something. They're like, like there's a scene where there's like a literal collapsed building, blown up cars, airplane, like there's shit everywhere. And like one of the characters walks up, he's like, a grenade pin. And I was like, how the fuck did you find? It's literal a needle in a haystack. And he's just like, something happened here. It's like, whoa, bro. Absolutely not. So it had a really good story. It just wasn't told well. Like I said, it's like they didn't trust the audience to figure anything out. The action, pretty fucking good. When the shit gets going, there's like I guess like once the momentum starts carrying, there's like this vial of like liquid they need to get. Once they get it, it's a fucking race to the finish line. I was like, this is getting fun. It's fun to watch, but it's not a good movie. I know that sounds weird, but yeah, when the action is good, it's really good and it's beautiful. It's a really cool looking movie. I love the aesthetic. It's just not told well. It's just a
Can I
bad
address
movie.
a few questions here? So Dante's Boneyard's asking, what country is it from? It's from Hong Kong, and it's in Cantonese. So hopefully that clears that up. And then Talkative Mime is saying, but did it look pretty? Dean, to your point, yeah, like the action looked cool, but some of the CG was a little suspect too.
Yeah,
like
sometimes the CG was really good. Sometimes it was really bad. And then sometimes for no reason at all, the frame rate would just drop.
Like
and
the
I was
computers
like,
were not.
I was like, am I lagging? Let me go back and watch that again. I was like, no, it's just shot that way.
Did you
It's
play on
fucking
PS4
weird.
or no? I'm kidding.
Yeah, and there's like this like weird storyline with the main character and his daughter. And I don't want to give too much away, but like they ham fist another child into this movie and like expect it to be like emotional, but there's not enough like development between the two characters where you're like, oh, okay, like a surrogate daughter, like wow, that was beautiful. It was just kind of like she's just in the scenes, and then at the end of the movie, you're just like, was that supposed to be like? It was so weird. Like I said, they like
It's no Logan for sure.
they did not tell the story well, but it was an interesting concept. It was like this fucking meteor has this alien life form that's gonna kill. Like it's growing out of control. It's destructive. It's lethal. It's like sentient in a way, but it's also like kind of saving the planet. I was like, well, that's kind of like an interesting.
I like that aspect of it.
It was a
lot.
cool idea.
Yeah.
But it, yeah, it was just again not told well.
It's almost like someone was trying to rip off a James Cameron movie, right? Like it's an environmental tale, like Terminator, like Avatar.
Yeah,
it kind of has like a little Edge of Tomorrow mixed in, but just not done.
Only
well
they love
for me at
guns
all.
now.
Yeah, there you go.
Like
Yeah.
James Cameron, fucking pussy.
Cram asked if there was any baddies in this film. Since I didn't see it, I can't
A
answer.
handful, but like no standouts for me, I would say.
No standouts.
No mommy.
Wait, what did you ask, Ben?
Cram asked if there was any baddies.
No, I wanted there to be. There was one, she was cute, but like she was just like behind the desk the whole time.
There you go.
But
Hey,
no, yeah.
Don't
it
knock
was-
those desk workers. Okay.
No, I'm just saying, you know, like in fucking Pacific Rim, the baddie in that movie, I mean, she's up, moving around, moving. You know, you get some good shots. This baddie, she's just kind of like sitting down the whole time. I honestly don't know if I would recommend this to anyone.
Okay, I'm not gonna watch it. Based
Like
on
maybe
what you guys
find a
just said.
supercut on YouTube of like the cool fight scenes, like the scene on the highway. That was fucking badass. That was so cool.
Where they
and then the
fought, was
last
it,
scene,
the
with-
rhino. No, it looked like the rhino.
the last scene with this big mech. It's not that big. I don't know why they made it this big on the poster, but it's like the scene in Ghost in the Shell where she's fighting that fucking mech at the end, and they're like hiding in and out of buildings. That was a fucking awesome fight scene. But that's about it. It's just like cool fight scenes.
John, you have the next pick. What are we watching? Oh, go give me what you're watching, and then I'll.
The Gray
totally
Man.
Forgot. The Gray Man.
Oh,
There we
okay.
go.
That's pretty fun. That's a fun movie.
That's a Russo brothers movie too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Ryan Gosling and
Damn it, Marco.
What's his name?
The guy
forgot
from
to
Captain
remind me.
America, Steve Rogers.
No,
Yes.
I was gonna, Zach. I was gonna say, should we tease it for
Fool.
next week since Ben and I both have these shirts on?
Yeah.
Is it okay? Is it okay to say?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. Go ahead, Ben, Marco and Ben.
Yeah. So we're gonna be rebranding Movie of the Week to Blockbuster Movie Night.
There we go.
Yeah,
Hey.
Ben and I both have these shirts, and we always get
Yeah.
compliments on them. So something that we were kicking around for a while,
Blockbuster
like how do we
shirts.
integrate? Yeah.
A staff member came up to me the other day and was like, "I didn't know that's how you spell Blockbuster."
Jesus.
Swear to God.
That's
Marco, were
amazing.
you
Wait,
the one that wore it to
Like at a
party the
movie
other day?
theater?
No, one of my
Or-
staff members. I was like, "No."
Oh
It
man,
is.
that is
Surprising, right?
hilarious.
Were you asking if I wore it in Texas, Dean?
No, didn't you say you were going to go to a party wearing it? And I was like, I guarantee you someone's going to like ask you about it. Or...
No, I have worn it like out and about.
He
like
wore
I
it to
wore
the
when I came
Riverwalk
visit
and got,
you
like,
guys.
5 compliments.
Yeah, people always stop me and they either like say like, "Oh, that's a weird spelling of Blockbuster. What does that mean?" Or they just assume it says Blockbuster and like are none the wiser.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
That's
Dude.
such a cool shirt.
Blockbuster movie night. Stay tuned next Tuesday. Dean, can we say thank you to these sweet angels that keep the
Yeah,
network going?
the 3 pillars, our sweet Patreonies. Give a quick shout out to Sean Fear, Ian CV, Renee Mendez, Eric Mariscal, Quinn Aguirre, King Louis, Mark Pearson, Paul Schreiber, James Colley, Equan, Chris Valen, Serena, Ben Thomas, Chris Letty, David Jones, Sam Gist, Daminator, Joao Bretta, Thomas Clark, Eric Switzer, sweet Danny Lee, Dee Dee Martin, Stephen Krett, Big Ol' Fern, King Zach, Caesar Merriquin, Mark Phillips, Lisa Martin, Bomansky, Rick DeGregorio, the Everyday Collector, Ricardo Valdez, Jose CZ, Erwin Azucena, the Illustrious Rainer, Alad Morgan, Tukathri Watt, Derek Bees, oh, Derek B, Aries for Tio, Mark Randolph. The logo's cutting that one off. What's the top one?
Joe Ridley.
Ridley, thank you. Pablo Meza, Carlos Saavedra, D-Rock, Matt Clevenger, Seth Tucker, CC, 3PO, Scott Smith, Don Mathon, Jimmy James, Stephen Pritchett, Sean Usby, Scott Bradley, Steve and Maria Stanley, Eddie Manzanares, Louis Bennett, Chip Parent, Jimmy Hernandez, Gigi the Judgmental, and Brenton Palmer. That was kind of quiet, but
I know. I had it down because the Jeopardy music was really loud. Our January Patreon benefits, you will get one of these 2 stickers, depending on the luck of the draw. The Auxpardy sticker or the Auxpardy Chase sticker. And those will just be randomly... No, you fool. It's like a teaser. Like, you got to wait till you get the package to see.
It's like the Avatar screenshot we looked at.
Yeah, I've taken a picture out of Hot Toys'.
yeah, so who's on the sticker, Zach?
So this is our characters from Auxpardy. So we got Officer Hassan. I don't even remember his last name. We just call him Officer Hassan. Officer Action Jackson there in the middle. So Dean plays Officer Hassan. I play Officer Action Jackson. And Manny plays Sarge, who both Hassan and Sarge had a crazy episode. They both ended up in the hospital, but we just got word, Dean, from dispatch that they are back on duty and they will be in the next Auxpardy. So they're both making a full recovery.
We gotta reel that one in. It got kind of crazy.
It got kind of dark. It was a dark way to end the year.
Fast.
It really did get dork fast. But yeah, they will be coming back soon, and the chase is them all geared up with their little hats there. So
I think that meth head that Dean played last episode needs his own sticker. That was top tier content.
Make that noise one more time.
I don't even remember what I was doing.
You were like, you're just like making like fucking. Holy shit, that had me dying. Patreon starts at $5 a month for access to almost 150 episodes of Ox After Dark, the Patreon chat, and the weekly shout out. $7.50 for stickers sent straight to your door. $15 is the certified crispy certificate, and $25 gets you doubles all the stickers we send and a Pog Deluxe set. We appreciate all the support there. For everyone that helps us out. Also, the YouTube channel members, MojoZ78, Absolute Irwin, DK Avenger 702, OMFG Rick, S Beam, Andres IB, Daminator, Sam Gist, Thomas Clark, Benjamin Hanson, Chris V, Big O Fern, Cram, OG Fan, Mark Pearson, Ben Thomas, Paul Schreiber, Andrew Gibo, CC3PO, Carlito, CT603, Eddie, Money Mendez, Sia Dreams, JC, B-Chan, and Fat Batman. You can join our YouTube channel membership for 99 cents if you're a Patreon member, or $2.99 if you are in the if you're not for the Peanut Gallery tier. We have a new network slide which we're really proud to finally show. And who is breathing so loud? Is that Ben? Is that you?
Is it?
That is you,
I don't
Ben.
think so.
That is you. The only one that's not mute.
Oh, you hate to see it. Sorry, guys.
Like breathing in 4K.
Talking about being healthier over here, fighting for his
I know.
life.
He's getting the whole every bit of air that he can, and I appreciate that. Well, I just hear like.
Sorry, chat. I'm trying to practice breathing through my nose.
Jesus. Breathe away from the mic. We have a new network slide, and we actually do have some serious things to talk about here. So we have obviously live unboxing yesterday, After Dark tomorrow, Club Friday, question of the week on Sundays, reissue monthly, Auxpardy bi-weekly-ish. Live and Let Dice is Dante says just mouth breathe, it's okay. Live and Let Dice is this Saturday at 8 p.m. Bricks and Brews monthly, OFAC and Small Talk alternating Thursdays, and Post Wars monthly. I'm sure there's a less cumbersome way to do that. So, well, Small Talk may be changing a little bit, and we don't know exactly what those changes are going to be. I was hoping to talk to Dean beforehand, but Dylan has had some things come up, some real crazy things, and it's not really my position to talk about it. Maybe he'll make a post on auxiliary, but we may be losing Dylan on Small Talk for a bit. I don't know how long or if he'll come back, but I do want to keep that show alive. So it may be something where I'll step in with Sean to keep it going, and if Dean wants to join as well, or anyone here, frankly. I think it's a great show. I think that they've put too much work into it to call it quits. But it'll hopefully continue. Best case scenario, it'll be business as usual Thursday. Worst case scenario, we'll be back on our next Thursday cycle, so in 2 weeks. But we just got to kind of figure out what's the game plan. And my goodness, those are some healthy nostrils. We just got to figure out. Ben, it's like 4K.
I'm not even doing anything. That wasn't even me that time.
I think it's you. I don't think it's John, because John's been on mute.
No, the first time you mentioned it, I was on mute too, and John was texting. I love you, John. We're in the same boat together, buddy.
It's not fucking me.
It's the Canadian Air, okay? It's the
No,
Canadian
Air. You can go back and check whatever the hell you want.
I'm gonna check the tapes.
I've been on mute.
I'm gonna check the
the VRR over here.
I've been streaming on this channel for a year, more than a year.
Tapes. I don't think it was John. Now, sometimes
computer.
I do hear John breathing, but it's a different. That's a healthy nostril you got there, Ben.
Hey, I smoke a lot of trees, okay? I have to be able to breathe through both airways or I'm screwed. Just saying.
Well, you got a third hole you can breathe through.
Who was that? Someone just did it.
Not me.
I'm still mute.
Okay, let's wrap it up.
Sorry.
Let's wrap it up.
Also, I wanted to say I will help on Small Talk if Marco gets a sticker on this plaque. I'm just saying.
Oh wow! Okay.
Wait, why does Marco get a sticker? He hasn't taken the oth yet.
He's got to do it someday.
Let's we could probably take a few people off of this. Let's wrap this up. We got TeePublic, we got socials here. John, go ahead and do you want to read those for me, please?
Yeah, on Facebook we got Collecting Weekly Auxiliary, our group. On Instagram we got @CollectingWeekly @CollectingWeekly_clips, and @The Everyday Collector.
You know how I know it's not me? Because my nose is so stuffy. It's not a clear, like, breathing in. It's very... I got allergies right now.
I'm just doing my best.
It's definitely not me because it usually is me, so I make sure I mute. And
hang on, time out.
Zach always mutes me.
Everyone breathe and let's see.
Everyone breathe. Ben, give me a breath. Give me a nose breathe.
That's exactly what it sounds like.
You motherfucker!
That's exactly what it sounds
Marco,
like.
give me a nose. Give me a.
I've got a repaired deviated septum. Listen to this.
What? Okay. Oh, that. My God, you could smell colors. John, give me a nose breathe.
Breathe in or out?
Both. Well, both, I guess. I don't know. Don't breathe out first. You gotta breathe in first. Do that again. That's a dainty breath. Dean, give me a breath.
Jesus, I felt that here.
It does sound similar, but you've been on mute, so I know it's not
I
you.
always mute because Zach
Listen to mine. Listen to mine.
Butthole about it.
Jesus
Christ. You hear that moistness?
You sound. No. You freaking sound like Pablo Escobar, man.
Wait, what?
You're like that moistness.
Yeah, I got like a runny nose right now. It's terrible. I got allergies. Ben, I'm sorry, bud, but
excommunicated.
Hate to see it.
He puts the fucking blame on me. Like, what the fuck?
You can take it, John. You got the thick skin, bro.
It's the year of the rat, tell you bud.
Wow.
Anyways, I'm gonna go back and listen to the tape because
I'm gonna listen to the tape.
I gotta hear Ben breathing again. Anyways, I gotta. Well, noise gate makes you just sound terrible. Noise gate is bad.
No,
anyways.
Zach's the worst on unboxing. It's like
unboxing,
it's like a walrus mating.
First off, thank you. On unboxing, it is bad, but I have gotten better the last week or so.
No, you were. I think it's because you think you're muted. That you were having that issue. I think that's what it was.
Yeah. Anyways, I always say though, don't private message me. Just tell me on stream, and then I will mute right away. Yeah. Anyways, I don't even know where we're going with this. Have a great week. 2023. Yay, we're good. We had a great show. We had a ton of people watching. It was awesome.
Today was fun.
Anyways, I'm Zach.
I'm Dean.
I'm John.
I'm Marco.
I'm Ben.
We'll catch you in the next episode.
See you guys.
Bye.
I was like, wow.
Jeez.